Hey, I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today. We are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list, as always, is open. As always, it is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps. Those are pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in a private reading, and you can book a private reading on my site. We are also doing 2 giveaways today. Our first reading giveaway will be a reading giveaway for the highest gifter between now and the conclusion of the daily collective read. The other giveaway we are doing today is a reading giveaway at 50K likes. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. Also, when you tap the screen, it encourages this live to be pushed out to those who have not received these messages before. Prior to beginning today's daily collective read, I will be giving a brief recap on what we've been seeing in the cards over the last few days. Now, if you would like to catch any of those full readings, you can find them over on the place where we keep the videos. You can also find them over on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find them as a podcast over on my spot at Tarot Church and over on my Substack. But before we begin, most important question today, scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing energetically? We're going to talk a little bit about the energy that we're experiencing right now. The best way I can describe this energy is there is a lot of intensity to it. And I want to talk a little bit about the fact that we've got some very, very important planets that are in retrograde and the impact that this retrograde season is having that is different potentially from retrograde seasons of the past. Now, one of the things that we see that is occurring with this retrograde period right now is the fact that we've got Neptune and Saturn that are retrograding in very, very close proximity to each other. Now, the thing with Neptune and Saturn is those planets deal specifically in the context of memory. The way I like to perceive it is Neptune is very much like our memory bank. It's like being able to go through the past, a lot of that feeling of self-review. Saturn is often speaking towards the movement of time forward. Now, what is the context by which we have Neptune and Saturn retrograding together? It can create a lot of feelings of flux. It can create a lot of feelings of uncertainty. It can create a lot of feelings of contemplation. Now, to add to that, if that wasn't enough, we also have the fact that Chiron and Eris are retrograding in very close proximity to each other. Now, we work through Chiron. A lot of the work that we see with Chiron has to do with old wounds, right? Chiron is all about the space of trauma. It is the pain that sticks that we can't necessarily move away from. And also, when we see energy around Eris, this can often talk towards chaotic energy or the feeling of chaos. So what are we seeing that's almost planetarily happening right now with a lot of the work that we're identifying that is occurring in this retrograde cycle? I would not be surprised if you tell me that you're in that state of like working through a past that's hard to turn one's own perception away from. Why? Because this is often what trauma does to us, right? Trauma is almost like that feeling or that context of forced fixation on something related to the past that one would feel the desire to be able to look away from, right? That is effectively what we like. That is literally like a lot of the work that we're seeing right now. And it's not easy. It makes us feel frustrated with ourselves. It makes us feel like we're kind of like a mess, right? Like that's what Chiron and Eris is. It's like, I don't want to feel like this. But the beauty that we saw, and I like to point this out, we can look towards the moon cycles as helping to give us guidance in terms of navigating the energy that we're currently experiencing. And what was that full moon cycle that we just experienced? Well, we just went through that very intense Aquarian full moon, which often talks about the fact, and especially we also were going through that full moon at a time that Mercury was also in retrograde. And this is why I get very temperamental when everyone gets all hard on Mercury and the fact that the retrograde's breaking things. Mercury retrogrades are not here to help us to break things. They're here to help us understand what it is that we need to innovate upon, right? Because it's the observation of something, of a habit or a cycle, something that feels like pressure is put on it, that allows us to refine it or move into something that feels like it is energetically easier for us. So what we're effectively being kind of called to do, if you will, in the energy that we're experiencing right now, is looking towards those parts of ourselves that are hard to navigate. It's a lot of that feeling of forced intention as it relates, particularly and especially, to the things that we carry wounds upon. Old, I want to say old grievances, potentially old hurts. But the beauty, and this is the beauty that we see in relationality to the context of that Aquarian full moon and Mercury that was retrograding during in Leo, which is when we have compassion for the past that we've experienced. The gift that we give ourselves with that compassion is perspective, the ability to effectively see something in a bigger way, right? Not the intensification and overly concentrating on something, right? Not that desire. And that's the one thing we have to be very conscientious about with this energy. And it may feel a little counter oppositional to the vibe of the energy. Like that's the intensity of the retrograde, because the fact that we're going through all of this energy right now, specifically and particularly during Virgo season. Now, here's the thing about it. Virgo energy is beautiful as it relates to minute detail. Okay. Like the ability, the gift that Virgos have in being able to fine tune things it's exceptional, right? And that's often, but this is often the type of work that those with Virgo placements have to work through, not allowing perfection to stand in the way of one's own excellence, because that's the difficulty that often Virgos face. Perfection is its own hurdle, because nothing can be perfect. There's always something that one can perfect in a different way. But the satisfaction that one has with the gift of outside perspective allows the easement point of something feeling energetically unfinished, even at the point that we're trying to deliver it. Right? Like it reminds me of the quote that says an artist never finishes their work, they merely abandon it, because that is the context by which you can always look at the space by which you could refine something further. So if you're going through a lot of intensity, and the reason I'm bringing all of this up right now is I wish I could tell you that this, if you're feeling this very much, because the desire to over internalize an energy like this has never been greater. And I wish I could be here to tell you that this is going to ease up. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to intensify, because we've got a lunation cycle that's coming up that's going to be an eclipse season. And eclipse seasons, again, do not have particular signature in terms of what they bring energetically. They are amplifiers. So even in that context, I want to say, if you're working just to feel good in this energy, to feel energetically grounded, that is fine. That is fine. Like that is good job. You're already doing a lot of the work that you need to be doing at this time. Now it is having a different impact depending on where you find yourself on the frequency cycles. I'm going to tell you right now, the energy, and this is why I was saying, energy in separation right now, energy coming into divine union, frustrated but fortified. The hardest that this energy is impacting right now is energy deep within divine union, because frustrated but fortified is the ability to feel energetically frustrated, but also to know what direction that one needs to move towards. It's being able to see the energetic direction of the healing. And the thing is, and this is why we talk about the fact that you'll heal, but you'll be frustrated as you do so, because it's not indulging the emotions in terms of what you hope is there, but working with the energetic resolve of what you see and what you know to be true. So for a lot of the energy right now in separation, I either see energy that has been working through temperance lessons, identifying and recognizing what time can and cannot heal. Time can heal situations and circumstances where we bring overabundance of emotion to something that was not necessarily important. That is the context by which time can heal something. But the modality is where we feel a lot of standards and we have to bring our emotions up in order to defend them. Often time heals by giving us further clarification on why we felt so strongly on something. And this is why, if these, I do see that there are some resolutions that are occurring in this energy, but they're only potentially in the context of someone coming into a space of the overabundance of emotionality to something that was not necessarily important. Whereas again, and this is why, if there are situations or circumstances where someone else moved away from a situation expecting time to alleviate emotion, It could be in for a rude awakening, because that is the space by which we understand that our standards do not dissolve in the context of time when we're healing. They energetically strengthen and fortify. So it's the energy of, again, the one thing we are not seeing that's happening in energy like this is relationships coming back together with desperation. Because in the context by which we hold a lot of emotions towards a standard and another person departs from it and then they come back again, that is almost the space of another person observing the desperation that one hoped to discover, that would allow for something to go back to the way it was instead of moving towards where it should be. So a lot of energetic closures that are happening right now, but the gift of that is potentially trauma that is being healed via the clarity and understanding, even if that clarity and understanding is really frustrating. At the same time, we see a lot of healthy relationships that are potentially coming together in the wake of situations like this. And what's beautiful about those relationships, remember what I said, the foundation of these partnerships coming together right now is so fundamental, because not only is this energy that may have predicated the circumstances by which they were moving to heal away from something, but they're experiencing it in real time. Potentially the past coming back towards them emotionally, energetically, or tangibly, and the ability to articulate and move in the direction of what they articulated that they were healing from is creating relief and release in these relationships and deepening the energetic connection. So the energy starting to move deeper into divine union. While for the energy deeper and moving deeper into divine union that's currently there, these are those magician partnerships that were coming together from about the time of the solstice up until the time that Mercury and Venus stationed direct behind Neptune. A lot of the energy that we see there is potentially working to resolve outside static in relationality to relationship via the fact that they're advancing timelines. These are relationships that have not been together all that long, but I was seeing a lot of potential surprise proposals coming through, a lot of that expeditiousness as a result of feeling the certainty of the partnership. But as a result of that rushing, the ability to have to articulate to another outside of relationship the healthy static of concern, as opposed to the fact that in duality situations, something that we often do from a place of desperation can look similar to what we do in a space of healing. This is potentially a lot of energy that is clarifying the difference between past experiences where they may have felt like they were rushing things out of a sense of desperation, and clarifying upon them as it relates to the energetic confidence that they feel in relationality to something that they know that they feel sure, seen, and held within. This brings us to the energy deep within divine union. And this is just a reaffirmation as to why this energy right now is so difficult for the energy deep within divine union. Because as I mentioned, you can see, I told you the frustration that fortifies direction. Energy deep within divine union does not need clarity in relationality to direction. In fact, the last cycle that we saw that entered deep into divine union were those chariot partnerships that were starting around the beginning of the year. They were literally built upon reliability. That's why this energy right now can potentially feel like stagnancy or frustration, or the feeling that there isn't enough of the self to go around. But that's why we see that for a lot of the energy working in the context of becoming comprehensive, right? Finding the confidence of the self to be able to do something in a point of effectiveness. For a lot of this energy, this is working through a lot of those past experiences, or even the context of the self, wherein you may hold yourself in a way that you're not being as respective to the self. Because I keep on seeing that for a lot of the relationships doing that work, finding the energetic confidence in modalities or moments like this, it's hard, because I told you the tendency of the double Virgo energy that we just experienced coming out of that new moon. It almost felt like a full moon, because it's like I keep on getting that intensity almost feels like the desire to over internalize things has never been greater. But what is the energy doing in partnership? They're working through the gift of that full moon that we just experienced, that Aquarian full moon, the gift of healthy partnership that allows one, when one gets too overly intense upon the self, to step back and have a bit of energetic perspective. That is where we find all of the energy prior to beginning today's daily collective read. But go ahead and let me know in the comments how this energy is impacting you personally. Now, if you would like to catch that full reading, you can find it over on the place where we keep the videos. You can also find it on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find it as a podcast over on my Spot and over on my Stack. That said, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list, as always, is open. As always, it is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Good to see you today, Jesse and Chrissy. How are you doing, Abs? Welcome, Oracle Erica. Hope you're having a beautiful day, Laura. Welcome, Bean. Good to see you, V. Heads up, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Thank you for sharing the live, V. Good to see you today. Afterglow, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the compliment. Oh, I hope you have a lovely, blessed day as well. And Ava, thank you for the gifts as well. Orion and the Bull have been interesting. Oh, I'm happy to hear more about it if you want to post in the disco. But oh, wait, disco's for subscribers. But if you'd like to become a subscriber, good to see you today, Bridget. Grand Rising V. I need this long weekend. I get you, dear. And Spider, thank you for the follow. Grand Rising, Little Vamp. The Virgo sun did not ask for eclipses on her birthday month. I know I am sending you so much support, dear. I know. It's going to be fine. It's good. Listen, it's going to be fine, but that's why I keep on saying right now, make sure that you're in a good, stable place right now, especially because it's going to intensify. Okay. And thank you for those gifts. All right. And thank you as well. Grand Rising Haley. I know we've got the lunar. That's what we're talking about here, A3. We got that lunar eclipse coming up. Grand Rising Hannah. How are you doing today, Margot? I know this is going to sound weird, but a while ago I paid for, yeah, that's totally okay. It happens. What I need from you in order to get you back on the list is I just need the date of when you sent for the reading, and I can add you back on the list. So as long as you've got the date, we can work through that. And Delta, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Grand Rising Jen and Queen of Swords. So good to see you today. Spider, thank you for those hearts. I like those Halloween hearts. It's going to be fine. House on fire. No, listen, it is kind of going to be like that. But I need to stress this. The recognition and the one thing I need to say right now to help you through this eclipse cycle in Virgo is not overly internalizing. I don't want you over internalizing things. I don't want you assuming things. I don't want you no over internalizing. No assuming. I'm trying to save you from a reading. Okay. Don't be coming to me. Don't be coming to me. I know you don't be coming to me after this eclipse season and be like, listen, I know you told me not to. I know you told me not to, but I decided to do a little bit of that over internalizing and assuming during the eclipse cycle. And I'm going to be like, how did that go for you? You're going to be like, not that great. I'm like, I know. Tried to tell you. Thank you for resubscribing, Queen. Haley, don't assume others' intentions it has to be. I know. Listen, everybody's going through this, right? And the thing is, I'm telling you right now, it's that double Virgo energy. We just came through. Hi, good to see you today, Felicia. It's that double Virgo energy. It's that energy that's like, it's you. It's you. A little over internalization for a treat. Do you want a little over internalization? No, it's all directed to you. It's that type of energy. I know it's rough, but that's why we have to listen. We were talking about this. This is why it was more easy. It was easy. I told you it was going to be easier. I keep on telling everybody's like, I don't know what happened. And they keep telling me the date on when everything feels like it started tripping over itself. I'm like, let me guess. Was it the date that Mercury went direct? Yes. Thank you. I know. Because what was the Mercury retrograde saying to us with all of those planets hanging out over on the chasm over in Aries, retrograding out? Like Mercury's sitting there retrograding with them going like, have you put some compassion on it? Try putting a little compassion on it. No, not like that. No, what are you doing? It's a lot of that type of energy, man. And remember, what is compassion? And we're talking about this too. We've already got the cards coming out for today. We're talking about this. Compassion is not niceness. Compassion is not niceness. We've been talking a lot about this. Compassion is the passion that we can communicate upon. It's compassionate when we are able to explain why something means the way it does, because that separates us from egoism. Ego is just passion. Ego is like, why are you doing that? I don't know. Are you done? Are you done having your little thing? Oh, no. Okay, that's cool. Right? The way we are able, we fortify our passion by being able to communicate upon it. That is what compassion is. So we're gonna continue working through that work. And I know it's hard right now. Okay, I know it's hard. I know it's hard with all the planets retrograding in Aries to have that compassion. But remember, it's the passion that we're able to communicate why we feel the way we do, right? The ability to articulate upon something. All right, Avi, I'm going to ask you to stop asking people to follow. It's not productive conversation to have in the chat, and those who are trying to communicate to each other effectively. This will be your first warning. If you continue, I will have to mute you. And thank you for subscribing, Queen of Swords. I've got a bad habit of doing that. Well, and I need to stress this, Haley. The observation of something that you have a tendency for, just let that, just be conscientious about it during this cycle. Yes, right now focusing on grounding. Let's throw a little compassion on it. Compassion is communicated passion. How many versions you want to show? What do you mean by that, Purple? And thank you again for those gifts, Bubba. Hi there, Erin. Stop calling me out. My birthday was during the new moon. Oh, buon compleanno, dear. I hope you had a beautiful one. And I'm going to tell you right now, this type of energy that we're experiencing, it's going to be rough on Taurus energy. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be rough. I feel a little bad for those with Virgo placements. This type of energy during Virgo season, it's not immaculate. And that's the thing about it. Virgos are always on the hunt for immaculate vibes, man. Virgos are like, where are the immaculate vibes? Where are they? I am on a hunt for the immaculate vibes. And this energy is not immaculate vibes. This is not immaculate vibes in relationality to the energy because of everything that's retrograding out in Aries, you know? I know it's going to be okay. And I'm saying this to a lot of those with Virgo placements, and the fact that it's going to intensify. It's giving, and I think that one of the things that's going to help is, and working through, like, this is the kind of stuff that Virgos often have to do. Surrendering expectations allow us outcomes that could even be even better than we realize. Like, that's actually like the message I have for those with Virgo placements. And this is often what those with Virgo placements have to recognize and work through in their own energetic cycle. When we abandon expectations, things can go even better than we energetically expect. But it's working through, it's working through the frustration of that. It's reading like this. I'm telling you right now, it's all Aries energy. So it's working, understanding the context of surrender is not giving up. It's allowing the possibilities to unfold around the self, as it were. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy right now. You're a Virgo. Thank you for confirmation, Morgan. Staying grounded, but frustrated. Honestly, Erin, like, that is the vibe right now. And frustrated, but fortified. How are you doing today, Amag? I hope you're doing well. A lot of past energy coming back around. We're in with all of this, with all of the energy right now retrograding. We're not surprised to see that either. And I thought this was supposed to be an amazing time. Yeah, here's the thing about it. It's not the fact. I'm going to tell you right now. It's the fact that this can be energetically productive, but and when you have to understand, it's like you have to articulate upon the word amazing, right? Because amazing means working through the energetic lessons, right? It's being able to allow the amplification of healing. I'll tell you right now, if Virgos are doing that work through this cycle, like, again, like I told you, like, allowing the context of, like, the best way I can describe, this is how I like to describe it. The Virgos have a really hard time with being surprised. Go find me a Virgo. Go find me I'll wait. Go find me a Virgo that likes to be surprised. You say surprise party, like, this is like, you say surprise party to like a Virgo. A Virgo be like, okay, but what kind of surprise party? Like, okay, no, surprise me, but where is it going to be? Like, what time is it going to be? Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of that type of work, because it's the context by which we allow the amplification of moving through the expectation that allows that allows, like, and this is a thing we talk about, like Virgos are often here, like, just like I like to talk about the fact that Aries are here to heal their relationship with time. Virgos are often here to heal and amend their relationship to chaos. It's like it's working through the context of understanding that when we allow this space of our own sense of perfection to be one of observation, right? And that's what we see with a lot of the energy of the Virgo, being able to energetically fine tune upon something, being able to do something in a greater fashion. There's a lot of that ability to allow for the context of healing and energy like this. But it's working through the hurdles of the self in the process, if that makes sense. Exactly. What do I need to wear? Tell me the details. It depends on the surprise. Exactly. So thank you for the confirmation I'm getting with those who are Virgos in the chat. I have 0 Virgo in my chart, or only Earth in Ceres Cap. Okay. So, and I would actually say, Haley, this type of energy for you right now, you might be fine through it with that type of placement. It's going to be hard right now. I'm going to tell you right now, a little bit hard for Taurus, very difficult potentially for Virgo energy, Pisces, Aquarian, you know what I mean? Because it's requiring a lot of that like determination and resilience, if that makes sense. As I mentioned, friends, we are, and thank you for confirmation as well, Amag. So as I mentioned, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes. A couple of updates before we get started. Isabel, thank you so much for getting on the list. You will have an additional card in your reading today. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who attended our recent class on the Tower card. Our next class will be held on Wednesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the Star card. If you would like to become a part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my stack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my stack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You will also, as a paid subscriber, have access to paid monthly subscriber, have access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. Now, one of the things that we see that we're working through right now in relationality to this space has to do with if you have access to those readings, one of the things that you'll have as a monthly subscriber is access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. Now, it's not necessary to catch up. I'll be doing my best to give you an update on everything that we've studied prior to beginning that class, but now is a great time to join because you will have access to those classes. You can have some time to bone up. You'll also have access to a one-on-one chat with me and the other students to ask any questions that you may have in relation to anything we've learned or studied thus far. And if you become a founding member to my Substack, not only will you receive a discount on the full year's worth of classes, but you will also receive you'll also have full access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. That is access to over 17 hours worth of material in an ever-expanding library. You will also have access to a complimentary one-on-one mentorship class with me, where I will meet with you personally to assess where you are on your own personal tarot journey and give you the best updates in terms of how to utilize those classes to the best advantage moving towards your tarot goals going forward. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or your robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber to my Substack, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events as well as my online live schedule. You'll also be notified as to my Mystic Meditation articles. I'm going to be releasing one shortly in terms of helping you navigate this full moon that we've got coming up soon. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students that are seeking a more personalized personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits. Also, for my students that are seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or bi-weekly, as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal journey. I also am very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings. You can purchase these per dream or as a series. If you purchase a series, I would encourage you to start to keep a dream journal, as we will meet weekly or bi-weekly with that journal and utilize the tarot to understand the key themes and messages coming towards you in the dream space. That said, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes, but if you would like to get on the list for today, the list is open. You will be the second person read for. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. And just catching up on some of the comments. And thank you for the gift, Stucky. I have 0. Yep, absolutely. I do feel like I'm kind of floating through it rather than getting kicked while down. I'm glad to hear that, Haley. Hi there, dear. Got a Pisces rising here. Good to see you, maiden. And I can feel the axis pull even as the Chaos Goblin, Scorpio, and Sag stealing. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I got to tell you, the energy right now, the best way I can describe it is it feels like flux. It's the best way I can describe it. I would not be surprised if you feel energetically disoriented. And it has a lot to do with the fact that we've got Neptune and Saturn retrograding together. And on the opposite side of that, we've got, like I told you, Jupiter in Cancer with Venus and Mercury in Leo. It can create a lot of that feeling of frustration or confusion in relationality, particularly, especially working through the past. Right? Thank you as well, Haley. Price is rising here too. And thank you for Haley for sharing the live. And thank you as well, Rachel, for sharing the live. And thank you, Allie, for getting on the list. You'll be the second person read for. Scorpio rising here. Oosh. Here's the thing though. I think Scorpio energy right now and this type of energy, it's gonna be fine. Like I'm not worried about scorpionic energy like this. Like Scorpio energy right now, Aries energy, Leo energy, it's a little bit of bringing energy. It's a little bit of like, I want to describe it like it's a little bit of like the head crack kind of thing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a Scorpio, an Aries, or a Leo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's like, it's a little bit of that type of energy. You know what I mean? It's like that. How are you doing today, Brenda? And I'm a Scorpio sun with Sag and Libra stellium. Yeah, I'm not too worried about you right now in this energy right now, Haley, with those placements. I'm worried about my Virgo babies. I'm worried about my Pisces babies. I'm worried about my Taurus babies, Aquarians, because it's working through the space of things that feel less than perfect, right? And a lot of that type of energy, it can feel, and like, I got to tell you, sometimes, especially for those with a lot of Pisces placements, I'll tell you right now, Pisces energy and a Pisces moon, sometimes it can feel like it really wallop you. So that's why I keep on saying, if you're just working on grounding right now, that's okay. I'm purging like crazy, cleaning everything out. There you go. Absolutely. I'm a Scorpio moon too. I can't stop. But that, honestly, I got to tell you, Oracle Erica, that is the best space. Like, that's perfectly good to kind of put that energy into right now. If that like busybodiness is like allowing you to kind of, like I told you, like that's the Virgo energy coming into all of this and trying to get energetically organized. Thank you for confirmation, Bean. Oh, I'm feeling it. Bring it. Yeah, it's a bringing it. I'm organizing and going through everything. Relatable. My partner's a Pisces. Yeah, keep just make sure that make sure that they're in a good space right now. Because the thing about it is, especially with Pisces, with like the emotional sensitivity, it's the retrograde. It's the retrograde with the amplification of the full moon, like the lunar cycle that we have coming up. It's just working on grounding. Yeah, best time to organize. I don't know. It was helping me. That's what we do. Yep, cleaning garage and listening. I'm Pisces stellium, and it's messy over here. But that's the thing about, I gotta tell you, like, that's the reason. It's like I told you, Neptune and Saturn, Chiron and Eris is working through our own messiness or getting frustrated ourselves, especially as it relates to old trauma, right? Like, and I'll tell you right now, like, that's what we're going to continue to talk about when we get into today's daily collective. It's a lot, but and here's the thing about it. That's why I keep on seeing, like, being able to be energetically expansive is the space by which you feel like a lot of, like, you work through a lot of muchness and you expand through it. You don't react to it. Like, that's the thing that we're really going to have to work through. Pisces moon still trying to get out of bed. I know. I mean, the sleep right now, especially with Aries retrograding and Jupiter in Cancer, you're probably feeling super drowsy. And then when you sleep, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Like, that's the type of energy we've got right now. It's just the way it is. It's just, it's like when the planets get out of Aries, it'll help you. It'll also help when Jupiter moves out of Cancer, because Jupiter in Cancer by itself is like, it's drowsy. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, it's like brain foggy kind of energy is the best way I can describe it. And that's why you got to be compassionate for everybody right now. All right, friends, as I mentioned, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read. Good morning, Grand Rising Felicia. If you'd like to get on the list for today, you'll be the third person read for. 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, Binks in my Lio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We are also doing 2 giveaways today. Our first reading giveaway will be a giveaway when we get to 50K likes. Friends, we are already at 5.4K, so make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. The other giveaway we are doing today is going to be a reading giveaway for the highest gifter between now and the conclusion of the daily collective read. So I wish you a lot of luck if you're participating in that giveaway as well. Happy Friday, Hannah. And thank you so much, Cindy, for the follow. All right, friends, as I mentioned, if you guys, let me just get us started. Before we get started on to, and it's funny too, we already have the first card out. But before we get started on today's daily collective read, why don't we warm up those intuition muscles with a bit of an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. I'm going to reveal it. We're going to count back from 10. And when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 'Twas the goose. All right, excellent. We'll do that again after the next reading. I don't know why I wanted to say tortoise. Excellent. No, welcome, Bridget. Good to see you. Excellent. And thank you for confirming that it's spot on, Haley and Ryan. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Sleep is not restful right now. I mean, I swum into a wall last night. Thriving. You mean in the dream? I will point out, if you've got a dream that you would like me to interpret, we do that here. We do here, Life Path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. If you would like to get on the list today, it's a great time to get on the list. You'll be the third person read for. And if you are on the hold list and would like to be added to the list, please let me know sooner rather than later so we can add you to the list. Oh, there is one of those in the deck, Rachel. You said Fox. And TLM, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. I was like, I know that's not a turtle, but I see a sea turtle. Excellent. All right, friends, as I mentioned, we are going to get started. If you would like, chicken is close. If you would like to get on the list today, the list is open. That said, no better time than the present. Why don't we get started? Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today, Friday, August 29th, 2025. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? Can I have the first 2 cards in our 5-card spread? We've got here the 3 of Wands in its upright in combination with the Tower in its reversal. Let's talk a little bit about this energy right now. So we were unpacking this a bit before we started the podcast. Um, the thing I want to describe this energy, the one thing I need to stress right now is the best way I can describe this energy is it's energy that feels very much like it is in flux. There's a lot of the energy that's moving in a lot of different directions. And one of the reasons that we're seeing that right now has to do with the proportionality of planets that are currently retrograding in Aries. We've got Neptune and Saturn that are retrograding together. Both those planets have to do with the context of the past. We also have Chiron and Eris that are retrograding together. Now, and the thing that you have to recognize is there's a lot of that proximity in relationality to these planets retrograding together. Now, what does that effectively bring up? It brings up the observation that when we have trauma in relationality to the past, it's hard to stop holding on to the past, right? Like this is what we talk about as it relates to those wounds. And the space by which we identify and we work through something, I keep on seeing there's something very fundamental and important about that working into a space of becoming nourishing. But one of the things that we see, and this is the positive space in relationality to that Three of Wands with the Tower in its reversal, is it's a conversation on what it is that we're working on doing better. It's the ability to identify and recognize how we are working to energetically repair things. Now, one of the things that we were seeing, and this is what I meant in relationality to something that keeps on coming through in these readings, is it's a conversation on what time can and cannot heal. The beauty of time, the reason we say time heals all wounds, it's a little bit of a misconception. It does not mean the context by which everything is okay in time because things are forgotten. Trauma teaches us that that is not the case, but rather it's the understanding that we heal from trauma via the personal understanding, the ability to understand and recognize something that energetically occurred. Trauma is formed in situations and circumstances that lack logical meaning, right? It's a misunderstanding of something that often creates the egoic wound of the trauma. Now, what's beautiful about what we're seeing energetically is I am seeing that there is energetic restoration that is happening in the context of this energy. The restoration that we see that is effectively occurring in these modalities has to do in the context of an overproportionality of emotion in something that was not important, right? This is often how time heals something, because in those experiences, right, those moments when we look back upon something and we feel that something that we articulated upon was emotionally unreasonable, it allows the space by which something can be moved forward in a better fashion. So I do feel like there is a lot of that quality of restoration that's occurring in these experiences. And this is the observation of what is effectively healing at this time. What does not heal are modalities or experiences where we hold to an energetic standard, the observation of something that is energetically important via the space or place by which we are often, we feel the need. We don't desire to, but we feel we must bring a lot of strong emotions to a circumstance or situation. What often happens, and even in those moments, we feel frustrated at ourselves for having to get energetically emotional. But what's beautiful about time is time often clarifies to us why we felt so strongly. Like that's what's beautiful about time, is that when we talk about the fact that time heals us, it's the observation of the gift of time brings to things, which is the ability to have perspective. And this is why for a lot of these relationships that are coming together at this time, that feeling, that feeling or that impact of recognizing and understanding what effectively feels like it's allowing for the context of an energetic resolution. This is either the energy in separation, resolving and healing from unhealthy energetic cycles. And those would be energetic cycles wherein the observation of coming back towards another is built upon the context of the difference between wanting to energetically resolve something and work through something versus someone moving away from something with the expectation that time would resolve it for them. Time does not resolve things, like in the context of that, if we've got an energetic standard. So that's why I keep on hearing frustrated but fortified. I would not be surprised if there's energy right now in separation, working through a situation or circumstance of something from the past returning, either tangibly, spiritually, or energetically. But the perception and being able to see the unhealthy cycle is what's fortifying the energetic direction. And while the energy might be frustrated, rather than being frustrated, but rather than devastated, that in itself is a sign of the energetic healing, right? It's a frustration that moves one in the pathwork of determination as it relates to what feels like one can heal. This brings us to a lot of the energy that's moving deeper into time, and for a lot of these relationships right now, that's why I keep on hearing the formation of a lot of these relationships that are coming together in this context. They're breathing a sigh of relief. Why are they breathing a sigh of relief right now? It is the relief in being able to recognize and identify what they're effectively trying to do that is allowing the clarity of the healing. For a lot of the energy in these experiences, those relationships that are coming together right now, there was potentially the articulation of an energetic cycle that one was healing from. But I keep on seeing that these are relationships where someone has been hurt before, in the difference between articulating one's desires but moving in accordance to them. It's easy to say that one is healing from something, but I feel like there's literally some energy right now in separation who has had to recover from experiences of someone articulating something and then moving in the oppositional direction of it. So this is why I keep on hearing for a lot of these relationships, they're coming together even deeper right now, and they're moving into divine union with that sigh of relief. It's the feeling of, it's the energy that feels energetically restored because they're observing the embodied manifestation, the ability to articulate upon what one energetically intends, but also being able to move in accordance to it. This brings us to a lot of the energy that's moving deeper into divine union right now. Clarification. Yep, there's that. There's that five, man. The Five of Swords keeps on coming up for the energy coming into divine union. So why are we seeing this for the energy coming into divine union right now? Because I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy coming into divine union right now, it's working through, I keep on hearing healthy static. Why am I hearing that the energy coming into divine union right now is working through healthy static? It is the observation and recognition of what it is that they are trying to do in a better way, the observation of what it is that they are working upon. And there's an expediency that we see that is occurring in a lot of those situations, the ability to move through something with a faster sense of determination. So why are we identifying that for a lot of those relationships, there's that expediency? Because it is the energy that is able to observe and recognize what it is that they're trying to do in a better way. And for a lot of these relationships, the ability to advance or to speed up a timeline is almost requiring the articulation to the energy outside of connection as to why, helping energy understand the difference between a timeline that is moved forward with rapidity because it feels like it's energetically healthy, may be requiring them to unpack a past where they may have moved in the same fashion but out of a sense of desperation. So for a lot of the energy doing that work, I keep on hearing it's like it's a lot of those conversations in terms of talking about something from the past, but in a way that feels like it is energetically restorative and impactful. This brings us to the energy deep within divine union. Clarification on these two, please. Can I please get, we've got the Judgment card in its upright in combination with our Six of Cups in its reversal. I'm going to say this again. This energy right now is most frustrating for energy deep within divine union. Why? Because we see that for a lot of the energy that's working through something here, it is the frustration that fortifies. It's the frustration that fortifies direction. So that is beautiful energy that is in separation. It's a frustration that fortifies direction for energy in separation, working on healing. It's the relationships that are coming together, mutual frustration that is talking about that is the, I keep on hearing they are building into the context of feeling frustrated for one another. While for the energy that is deep within divine union right now, everything that we're effectively seeing has to do with the modality and the experiences of understanding and recognizing what one is trying to do in a greater way. So, for even in the space of the energy feeling frustrated and fortified that's moving deeper into divine union, that observation of being able to articulate upon something and being able to see and identify what one is trying to do, like even in the context of them having to unpack a past that they'd rather not speak towards, but they're utilizing it to be able to articulate and define the difference between the past experience and the present. We keep on seeing that there's a lot of that energy moving into the space of productivity because it is the energy that is creating the, I keep on hearing they're healing a lot of the outside static of partnership with the clarification of what feels energetically restorative. Now, this brings us to a lot of the energy deep within divine union. And for a lot of the energy deep within divine union, what we're effectively observing at this time has to do with the fact that it doesn't require the sense of fortifying the direction of partnership. In fact, it may be feeling like you're just dealing with a lot of, like I keep on hearing, it feels like it's pesky energy. It's things that it's like tiny like energetic problems, things that like things that have a tendency of wearing one's self thin, right? And so the ability, I keep on hearing, the ability to allow compassion to guide through tiny frustrations is requiring a lot of the energy to become more comprehensive, because I keep on seeing that, like and I feel like that's the important thing. When we're working on something and we're getting really frustrated about it, the ability to step back and have that sense of comprehensiveness allows us to be able to see something in a bigger way. So I keep on seeing that that is a bit of the gift that the energy within counterpart connection is doing. Because if this is the energy that's feeling the energy of this current signature, which feels like it really creates that space of wanting to over internalize, the gift of healthy partnership, as long as we're not projecting, is being able to have or identify that feeling of having and maintaining perspective. This brings us back to the energy and separation, clarification between our Three of Wands in combination with our Tower card in its reversal. One card to clarify, please. Boom. I'm going to say it again. Communication, 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 communication. And when you are running out of a little communication, add a little bit more communication to it. There's something very significant. And I'll tell you right now, the thing about this energy that I just need to articulate, there is a tendency or a desire in this energy right now to want to hermit up. And it's not, and here's the thing I'm going to tell you, it's not that hermiting up is not necessarily positive. Hermit energy can be very positive, but the thing that you want to be wary about right now is we've got a lot of this energy that is in Aries, which is working into the context of taking things of feeling like very, very energetically testy. We then have a lot of the energy in Cancer, which is a lot of that heightened sensitivity to things. So we've got the combination force right now of the testiness of a lot of the energy in Aries, like a little bit of that pugnaciousness. And then we've got a lot of the Cancer energy, which makes one feel very, very energetically sensitive. It it's like, and it makes one want to like move away from something. But the thing that we and this is the thing that we work through, that often those with Cancerian placements and Aries placements need to understand, identify. Virgos have this tendency too, that when we become reactive and seclusive, we miss the opportunity for the energetic solution to appear in relationality to a problem, right? It's a lot of that it's a lot of that energetic patience that we bring to something, right? The ability to work through our own frustration that allows us the context to be energetically fortified in terms of finding an energetic solution to something. So everything I keep on seeing here, and that's what I meant in terms of the energy, I keep on seeing the energy in separation right now. That's what's so funny about it. Like these relationships that are coming together, I feel like the energy in separation that is continuing to heal is frustrated but fortified, which is potentially energy in separation that is healing. But the observation of the clarity of what exactly is the nature of what they're healing from, being able to see the full scope of something, potentially is the gift of some of this energy in separation. And that's why we often talk about the fact you'll be healed, you'll heal, but you'll be annoyed as you do it. Because the feeling of annoyance is the feeling of you not overly internalizing something that is energetically frustrating. While for the energy that's moving deeper into divine union right now, a lot of those relationships that are coming together, there's the energy that I keep on hearing relieved and fortified. Because if these are relationships that where they were articulating the nature of what it is that they're healing from, and the retrograde has kind of brought it back, like brought it back into the scope of the presence, then the feeling of not only, I feel like these are the counterparts that are energetically relieved, because it's the energy that understands the value of someone being, I keep on hearing, true to their word, or the space of not only articulating upon the manifestation goal, but also moving in the direction to it. This brings us to the energy that's moving deeper into divine union. And this is what I meant. It's like you can tell the energetic annoyance that like rises right now, depending on where you are in the frequency cycles. And that's why I keep on saying this type of energy in separation, coming into divine union, it's helpful. It's annoying. It's like frustrating, but it's helpful. In the energy deep within divine union, it's just, it's like it's like having to carry a lot of the weight of the retrograde here. Clarification between our Tower card in its reversal and our five, and it's interesting too, our Five of Swords. This was stuck into the bottom of the deck because this also has to do a bit with the Pluto and retrograde that we're experiencing. This is not that, is what I keep on hearing. This is not that, is what I keep on hearing for the energy coming into divine union. Why is the energy saying this is not that? Because I keep on getting the same message. You'll recall that a lot of those relationships that are coming into divine union right now, we're expediting timelines, especially related to time around the Aquarian full moon. So the ability to expedite something and then potentially healthy static around relationship, the concern as it relates to the expediency is almost requiring a little bit of energetic unpacking for energy coming into union and being able to articulate the difference. I keep on hearing a lot of the energy right now, those magician partnerships are having to go through experiences of working through chirality. And what is chirality? Something that looks very similar to something that wasn't good for us, but actually is very energetically restorative to us. So I keep on hearing a lot of that energy having to go through a little bit of those chirality conversations, which is like someone seeing something on the outside and being like, is that okay? And being like, no, it's better than okay. It's excellent, is what I keep on hearing. Because it's the similarity of the fact that sometimes we move things sometimes we move with quickness to something because it's out of desperation, but sometimes we move with quickness towards something because it's in a space of celebration. So that's why I keep on hearing that those relationships are having to do a little bit of that energetic clearing in relationality to healthy static by being able to articulate the difference between this and that, is what I keep on seeing. Continuing to get clarification between our Five of Swords and its reversal in combination with our Judgment card. Can I get one card to clarify? We've got here the Knight of Swords in its reversal. This is why this energy right now, if you're in divine union, I wouldn't be surprised if you tell me right now that this energy feels like rubbish. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if you're going to tell me you feel like you're going through the slings and arrows of frustration, is what I keep on seeing right now. Because the thing is with the energy, I got to tell you right now, do you see how all of this energy that we're experiencing right now it's the frustration that fortifies direction. The frustration that fortifies direction in separation, wonderful, couldn't be better. The frustration that fortifies direction coming into divine union, it's annoying, but it's clarifying. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying, but it's clarifying. The frustration that fortifies direction, when you're in divine union, there's nowhere for the frustration to go because the direction is energetically clear. Okay. The energy is clear. It's not a question of direction. It just feels unnecessary. So I would not be surprised if you're navigating a lot of little energetic annoyances right now during this retrograde. It's just like, it's a lot of this, like it's a lot of that. And I told you, it's like Aries. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like all these little like things in Aries, like book, 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 book. It's like, but I'll tell you right now, the work to be done when we're navigating energy like this is making sure that you're not projecting it on counterpart. Because I'll tell you right now, and not hermiting up, because the desire to over internalize has never been greater with a lot of the heavy, and that's the thing with the Virgo energy. We love the Virgo energy, but when we've got the kind of Virgo energy we have right now in a retrograde like this, you've got the dual force of things going wrong, and then you got the combination of the energy that goes, never has the desire to over internalize been greater, right? It feels very, I keep wondering, it's like it feels very energetically directed towards the self. But that's why I'm going to say it again, for please, 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 please do not assume things right now, particularly as it relates to another person's intentions. Okay. You will thank me. You will thank me after this retrograde period, after we come out of this eclipse, continuing to get clarification between our Judgment card and our Six of Cups in its reversal. We've got here our Five of Pentacles. Our Five of Pentacles in its reversal. So what are we seeing? Like, what are we seeing with the Five of Pentacles energy in its reversal? I keep on identifying. There's something, I feel like there's something very energetically important that we're identifying there, particularly and especially in relationality to, and I want to tell you even now, there is positive work to be done in every energetic frequency. Okay. There's positive, but I'll tell you right now that the type of energy that we're experiencing right now, it's a lot. It's really good for like clearing up past things is what I keep on seeing, like working through the context of that. It's a lot of, and I keep on seeing too, like, and even in the space of, being energetically restorative, the best way I can describe the energy that we're experiencing is identifying and articulating upon what we're trying to do better, is what I keep on seeing. Okay, this is what we mean in terms of being comprehensive. When we're trying to be energetically comprehensive, that's what's beautiful about being comprehensive. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable to be comprehensive. Why? Because when you're vulnerable and comprehensive, you're able to articulate to another what your strong suit isn't, right? The observation of being able to articulate upon something that you're working on doing better allows the ability to do it better. It is the vulnerability that becomes the energetic strength. And so for a lot of the energy that we're effectively seeing right now, and that's why I said, like, it's helpful if you come into energy like this, having already done your shadow work. And again, I'm not a big fan of the word shadow work because I feel like it creeps people out. Shadow work is effectively talking through aversion therapy, right? It's working through the space of navigating our own energetic aversions in order to be able to identify and recognize what it is that it's understanding our own vulnerability. And this is why we talk about energy like this, because when we feel skittish about something that is healthy for us, we're able to articulate the reason why. We are able to identify very clearly the reason that something creates a sense of uncomfortability within us. When we're not in that space, that's usually doing that work helps us understand the direction by which we have to apply healing. Because when we feel aversion to something and we're able to articulate it, that is compassion. That is the ability to have compassion towards something that we build an aversion to because there's something important that exists upon it, right? It's the being able to talk about our force of intention in a way that fortifies. When we feel passionate about things, but we're not able to articulate why, and we move in accordance to them, we are run by our passions. Your ego is on a rampage. Okay, and what we want to avoid, I am trying desperately to help you guys with this. We want to avoid egoic rampage energy. Okay, we want to avoid egoic rampage energy as we move into this full moon energy that we've got coming up, because it can create and that's what I keep on seeing. We've got a lot of that force of intensity that's occurring right now. The feeling of something being directed to the self, right? And then you've got that feeling, the Virgo energy coming in, which allows more of that sense of like feeling energetic pressure. And then the Virgo energy that once you over internalize it. And the one thing I keep on trying to tell you guys is we've got the eclipse energy coming up, and eclipses do not have an energetic signature. They just amplify things. So imagine that, and it just feels like it gets more intense. But the ability to navigate through that is being able to recognize and identify one's own vulnerability, right? Because when you're able to identify that, be like, yeah, that's, like that's the observation of something that one is working on doing in a better fashion. It's the ability to articulate upon something. It's the ability to identify and recognize where that work begins. So I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy right now, this is what I meant. It's like working through the flux of the self that brings with it energetic comprehension. And I feel like it's like it's in it, and I want to tell you even now, like especially with that Pisces, like especially with that Pisces full moon, right? It's the ability to articulate upon how much we care about something, right? In a space by which we're able to bring meaning towards it. So that's just something that I'm going to keep on bringing forth right now, because, and that's why I'm going to say even now, if you don't feel grounded right now, I want you to make sure that you're getting energetic support for it. If you don't feel energetically grounded right now, I want you to get energetic support for it now, because it's not going to ease up. It's going to potentially intensify. So being able to make sure that you're in a healthy space is very important as we move towards this lunation cycle. Continuing to get clarification between our Eight of Wands in its upright in combination with our Nine of Swords in its reversal. Can I get one card to clarify? We've got here the Knight of Pentacles in its reversal. What are we energetically seeing in relationality to, in like, and one of the things I need to articulate upon, and this is what I meant about the this period particularly being one that the ability to, like, the relationships that are coming together at this time are incredibly energetically strong. Why are we seeing that they're so energetically strong right now? Because for a lot of the relationships, you have to understand that going through this experience that we're experiencing energetically right now, a lot of that intensity, a lot of questioning of the self, the desire to overly internalize. This is a lot of the energy that is building a healthy, strong foundation in relationship by being able to articulate to one another about those vulnerabilities. You'll remember, I even told you, I keep on hearing some of these relationships are effectively like breathing a sigh of energetic relief. Why are they breathing a sigh of energetic relief? Because it is the observation and the understanding of identifying and recognizing, I keep on hearing, the difference between the articulation point of what one is trying to do better. I keep on seeing there was a little bit of this anxiety that was occurring in some of those relationships as it relates to someone articulating upon a past, but the energetic fear of the past potentially returning versus the energy being in a space of moving towards the manifestation, the embodied manifestation of one's words matching their action. So for a lot of the energy, I keep on seeing they're being fortified. The relationships are being fortified via the retrograde cycle, the past energetically returning, but the energy not changing their direction in relationality to relationship. This is where a lot of that healing's coming through. At the same time, for the energy that's in separation, for a lot of this energy that's in separation, the observation, if you will, in being able to recognize and identify the difference, I keep on hearing, between something that is restorative to the self, right? The ability to identify the work by which one is able to progress forward as it relates to holding an emotional, energetic standard upon something. I keep on hearing the hard part about that for some of the energy in separation is understanding our emotions as it relates to standards does not erode in the wake of time when we're healing. And if there's a situation or circumstance where someone from the past is trying to return to see if someone's standards are still intact. Like, this is almost the energy observing the difference between someone that wants to energetically work upon something versus energy that was trying to build upon a relationship of desperation, which is the space by which one hopes to move away from something with the hope that the standard goes away. But that's why I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy, the observation of circumstances like that is what is fortifying the energetic direction towards what feels like it is healing. Continuing to get clarification between our Nine of Swords in its reversal in combination with our Knight of Swords in its reversal. We've got here the Justice card in its reversal. So something that we're seeing that's very energetically important in relationality to that work that we're identifying here has to do with circumstances or situations in relationality to I feel like the best way I can articulate or define what I'm energetically seeing has to do with the space of, I keep on seeing like working through something in a certain fashion and identifying and recognizing. I keep on hearing the clarity of intention by which another person is able to articulate and define what it is that they're trying to do energetically. I keep on feeling like every time I read for the energy moving into divine union, it's working into the context of recognizing and identifying the difference in those trality situations, because I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy right now, the expedition of a manifestation goal, being able to articulate and define upon something, is allowing, I keep on seeing the force of intention in relationality to articulating the difference between moving something quickly, moving something forward together quickly, because I keep wondering, because one is building upon the expectation or the energetic excitement of feeling energetically stable within something, versus healing from circumstances or situations wherein I keep on seeing another is trying to articulate the what wasn't, like something from the past where one may have moved in rapidity due to a sense of desperation. So I keep on seeing that there's a lot of that conversation that is potentially occurring right now between what feels like it is energetically fundamental or what feels like it is strong, like helping another person understand the speed with sure footing, as opposed to the speed of the past that may have felt more like it was desperate action. So for a lot of that energy, I keep on seeing it's like it's clearing the air of energetic static outside of partnership, but in the best way possible. Continuing to get clarification between our Knight of Swords in its reversal and our Five of Pentacles in its reversal. We've got here the Five of Cups in its reversal. So what are the things, what are we effectively identifying in relationality to that Five of Cups in its reversal? One of the things, how do I describe this best? One of the things that we're energetically seeing, and this is what I meant for the energy deep within divine union right now, having to kind of, I feel like having to kind of work through something in a way that I keep on seeing. It's like this type of energy, the frustration that fortifies is helpful for energy and separation and moving deeper into divine union. When we're deep within divine union, it can feel more, it can feel more like having to navigate not being too hard on the self is the best way that I can articulate and define it. It's, I keep on seeing like I keep on hearing again, the ability to over internalize upon something, to be very hard on the self. This type of energy, like there's a lot of that intensity that we see occurs in those experiences. But that's why I keep on getting that the ability to feel that intensity, but then just allow the space by which one is able to, and I feel like this is, again, it's a bit of a gift of that full moon that we just experienced in Aquarius, right? Like when we feel intense about something that feels like it's energetically directed towards us, we're able to build into the context of perspective that allows us the ability to see something in a bigger way. And so that's the beauty of some of those energetic partnerships right now. It's helping, I keep on hearing, it's helping each other get out of the funk of the over internalization by being able to see something, like see the energetic bigger picture upon things. So I feel like there's a lot of that work that's occurring there. And I keep on getting, it takes time, right? Because I keep wondering, like, that is the space by which we become energetically comprehensive. I keep wondering, like we don't focus, on the frustration. We move towards what we're trying to do in a greater fashion, continuing to get clarification between our Knight of Pentacles and our Justice card in its reversal. We've got the King of Wands in its upright. Now, this is interesting. And the reason I'm saying that this is interesting is because we have seen, and I need to point this out, we haven't seen a lot of masculine energy that has been arriving in the cards over the last few days. You can go over to the stack to see the photos of each day's spread, but that would often indicate to me that a lot of the masculine energy right now is in hermit mode. And remember what I said, like that ability of working through hermit mode right now, it's like never has the desire to do so ever been stronger. I told you this is the type of energy that we're going through. But that's why I feel like the beauty of seeing the King of Wands. And this is what I keep on hearing. And that's the one thing I would kind of help you with right now. Don't like, don't overly internalize in energy like this. Communicate is what I keep on getting. Don't overly internalize, communicate. Because when we are able to energetically communicate, it allows the ability to resolve things. Because I keep on hearing the headspace is a very tiny place. The headspace is where we pace, is what I keep on hearing. The headspace is where we pace, and the headspace is where we fixate upon things, right? Like that, the headspace is a very tiny place. It allows us to get very overly caught up in things. But that's why when we communicate, we're effectively able to energetically clear the air. And I'm going to say it again, like the desire or the ability to articulate and communicate upon our own frustrations or our own anxieties. I keep on seeing like never is a lot of that determination point greater, because our own ability of doing so to a certain extent, I just keep on seeing it allows the context by which we are able to articulate and define upon things. And what's beautiful about this is I just want to show you for a lot of the relationships that are coming together right now, it's that observation of what feels, I keep on hearing that observation of what feels energetically like practical, or what allows the space by which one is able to build into the context of trust. Like one of the things I keep on seeing in some of these relationships, I either see energy in separation, right? I see energy in separation that is working upon or energetically defining on what they are like what they are healing from. Like that is the benefit or the gift of energy like this. It's like I feel like I keep on seeing there's a lot of energy right now that is releasing trauma. And how is trauma energetically released? Trauma is released when we're able to have context and be able to see with clarity something that did not make energetic sense to us. So the ability to have that sense of energetic release there, I keep on feeling like it's restorative and it's affirming, but it's also very, very frustrating. While for a lot of the energy that's coming into divine union right now, a lot of that observation or recognition point as it relates to how one is trying, like what one's intentions are, this is the energy that's breathing a sigh of relief because they're observing. I keep wondering, because they are observing the identification point of another, I keep saying the identification point of an embodied manifestation. I feel like there's a lot of energy right now in separation, moving into partnership, that was holding their breath to a certain extent as it relates to what another person was articulating that they were healing from. Because I keep on hearing the same thing in separation. It's very easy to say that one is healing when one is in fact waiting, is what I keep on hearing. Like that's what I keep on hearing from the energy that's moving deeper into divine union, but feeling that, breathing that sigh of relief. Because I keep on hearing the difference between healing and waiting is the articulation of the past that arrives back, and we move in the direction of what it is that's ahead of us, not what's energetically behind us. So that's why I see that for a lot of the relationships that are coming together at this time, this retrograde, bringing things from the past back, either tangibly, energetically, or spiritually, is having that energetic sigh of relief because they are able to energetically observe what it is that feels energetically restorative to them. So there's a lot of that. I keep on saying there's a lot of that. I keep on hearing there's a lot of that vivacity or a lot of that capacity there. But it's like I keep on hearing it's like the energetic delight of being able to, and I feel like even now they may be sharing each other what those anxieties or fears were. While we see even now that for a lot of the energy that is moving, like for a lot of the energy moving deeper into divine union right now, and these are those magician partnerships that I articulated were coming together from between the time of the solstice up until Mercury and Venus station direct behind Neptune. We've got like this is a lot of that. This is more clearing the air, is what we're seeing here. Yeah, especially with the death card. There's that Scorpio energy. It's potentially having to articulate upon the difference between something from the past and something to the present that looks similar, but could not be more different. And that's the thing, that's the difficulty point when we're working through chirality situations, which is sometimes something that doesn't feel supportive to us looks very similar to something that feels restorative to us. But it is the observation of the nuance as to whether, I keep on hearing, whether we're rushing something from a state of celebration or whether we're rushing something from a state of desperation, that articulates whether something feels like it's energetically nourishing to us versus something that we're trying to heal from. So that's why I keep on seeing that for a lot of those relationships, that ability to articulate and define and clear the air, that's why I keep on hearing they're navigating healthy static, which is someone potentially articulating concern upon something, but then feeling energetically restored in the context of being able to recognize and identify something that's moving in a positive direction towards something that feels like it's nourishing to the self in the context of receiving it. This brings us to the energy deep within divine union. And this is why this energy right now, deep within divine union, is potentially the most frustrating. I keep on getting a lot of the work that we're experiencing right now is working on not projecting this type of energy on counterpart. Why? Because there's with all of the energy in Aries, like a lot of the energy like retrograding in Aries, it can feel like a lot of little things just piling up at once. So it's a lot of it's like I keep on getting, it's like a little bit of that energetic pressure that we feel, right? And it feels good to energetically release that pressure. But even in the space of like Jupiter and Cancer, we've got that hypersensitivity and a lot of that energetic pressure, like working in the context of, I keep on hearing, communicating through things instead of reacting to them, allows the space by which we're able to identify and articulate what we're trying to do in a greater fashion. So everything I keep on seeing there, I feel like what's interesting about the energy deep within divine union is I keep on hearing transformation in the realm of communication, right? The ability, I keep on hearing the ability to talk through something, or the ability to articulate and define upon something that just allows for that breakthrough as it relates to expansion. I feel like there's a lot of that space that I'm seeing by way of conversation. And I feel like the thing about it though is like, and I keep on getting like, it's not the space by which we like hold something within us. It's a space by which we're able to expand and expound upon it. So I feel like there's a lot of that work that is energetically happening there. But a lot of it, I keep on seeing like it's like I keep on hearing perpetual communication like eases perpetual communication eases the pressure valve of frustration, which is the ability by which we're able to articulate and define what we're trying to do that allows us to have an energetic breakthrough. Continuing to get the final card for today's spread between our King of Wands in its upright in combination with our Death card in its upright. This is the type of energy we're dealing with right now. And it's pretty, yeah, it's, it's the Six of Pentacles. I'm not surprised to see the Death card coming out today, because one of the things you have to observe, like I need to show you right now, the moon is currently in Scorpio. Okay. So we've got the moon in Scorpio, and these two cards are like very scorpionic in combination together, the King of Wands and the Death card. The one thing you have to be conscientious about on a day like today is not being energetically reactive. Okay, this is something I need to point this out. This is a very scorpionic tendency. And those with Scorpio placements know this well, right? Like the ability to articulate upon, to do something quickly, right? The ability to do something quickly because you're feeling energetically defensive is often what scorpionic energy comes here to heal, right? It's a lot of that reactivity point that goes like, when we feel vulnerable, we often act without thinking, is what I keep on seeing. But the thing is, and we also have to recognize this, the reason we have to identify the fact that we articulate upon vulnerability rather than react to it is that others don't know what we're energetically sensitive about. And this can sometimes work in the detriment of those with scorpionic placements. I'll tell you right now, go find a Scorpio and say, tell me about that time that you inadvertently felt defensive and you really, really hurt someone in the context of trying to feel emotionally protective to yourself, right? That observational point of like, I keep on hearing like that feeling of like wanting to be, like wanting to be snappy upon something. It often does not serve the self, because it's often, you have to understand, that's often the space of the ego that comes forward. We also sometimes carry a lot of, we also sometimes form a lot of trauma in this space as well. And this is what we mean. This is the type of work, like this is the complication of some of the work that we're seeing that is potentially happening in experiences or circumstances like like the ones that we're currently experiencing. It's it's the observation of our own reactivity that allows the context by which we are able to identify and feel fortified. Now, what's interesting about this, and this is what we mean in relationality to time healing things, sometimes we're energetically reactive and we carry like a lot of weight on that because it's the observation of something that we wish that we could do in a better way, right? It's the observation of something that we wish we could change or something that we wish that we could modify. This is often the space by which wisdom comes towards us, right? Like that is what we talk about in relationality to core memories that are sometimes formed in spaces or places wherein we identify that the person that we are today would not make the same energetic action as the person that we used to be in the past. At the same time, and this is what's so difficult, and this is why I see a lot of chirality that's forming right now, sometimes we feel very bad about doing something in the moment that it happens because we are being reactive. And then in the context of time, time clarifies to us. Time goes, says, stick around, give me a second. Let me explain to you why. Let me like, you stick around for a few minutes. Let me walk you through exactly why you reacted the way you did, right? Because it's that clarification point that blesses the energetic action by being able to recognize and identify why it elicited so strong a reaction from us. And this is the type of healing that we're seeing that's occurring right now, because it's either the space by which one is coming into the identification point of recognizing and understanding what one could be doing in a better way, versus those experiences or modalities where one holds very, very, like one builds upon the energetic stabilization point in terms of what one, like why one felt the way that one did. So again, it's like I would not be super. So I keep on hearing it's learning or affirming, right? This type of energy right now is learning or affirming, which is the observation of working through something and building into the context of trying to do something in a better way, or feeling energetically affirmed in relationality to an action from the past that you understand that you understand to an even better context. So again, make sure that you're navigating this with with a space of stabilization. If you feel rocky in this type of energy, I want you really remembering and focusing on the fact that the present is a gift, because it's where we begin, right? It's the space by which we can start doing things in a better way. And the ability to be able to articulate and amplify that allows for a bit of that modality or experience by which, like, this is a type of beautiful energy for like setting new intentions for the self, setting new energetic resolutions, working into like building into the plans in terms of relationality to how one is working to adapt or change. Like that's a type of energy that we're experiencing right now. What we want to avoid overly internalizing in energy like this, or feeling like something is directed at the self. Because energy like this, especially with the combination force of the Scorpio energy, also in combination with a lot of that Virgo energy, the need for perfection, it can create a lot of that projection. So make sure that you're navigating it in a space that feels like it is productive. The change that you are affecting to do, rather than working through the hardness of the self, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck, yeah, especially especially with the two of wands and its reversal. um so the one thing I want to say right now, and that's what I meant, to not get passive aggressive in this type of energy, please. And I need to stress this right now, because I'm going to keep on saying this with this type of energy that we're experiencing. The desire to over internalize has never been greater. But and I keep wondering also the desire to over internalize, but also the desire to put intention towards others' actions. Remember, everybody's going through this energy right now. If you're feeling like you're on the ropes, somebody else is probably feeling like they're on the ropes. So don't believe, I keep on hearing like, don't believe the hype of your own ego making you feel like something is too energetically concentrated upon the self. Allow allow the space by which you are able to bring, I keep on hearing, be the change that you want to bring to a situation. Be the force of intention. Be the sound mind. Be the sound logic, right? Because I keep on hearing reactivity and volatility moves us backwards. Recognizing and identifying and being the force of change that you hope that you hope to find around you is how we actually energetically get somewhere. That is our daily collective read for today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and receiving it. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my site. Please keep in mind, if you book a private reading with me, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading, you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both if you'd like to have that reading. Most importantly, please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a private reading. I will never DM you. I will never PM you. I will never slide into your inbox and tell you that I have a very important message that only I can deliver. The only way you can book a reading with me is if you book one on my site, so I would encourage you to do it there. A couple of updates before we move into personal readings. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone who attended our recent class on the Tower card. Our next class will be held on Wednesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the Star card. If you would like to become part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my Substack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my Substack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You will also, as a paid subscriber, have access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library class archive. Now, it's not necessary to catch up. I'll be doing my best to give you an update on everything we've experienced, everything we've studied prior to beginning that class. But if you would like to catch up, now is a great time to join. You'll also have access to a one-on-one chat with me and the other students to ask any questions that you may have in relation to anything we've learned and studied thus far. And if you become a founding member to my stack, not only will you receive a discount on the full year's worth of classes, but you will also receive a complimentary. You'll also have full access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library class archive. That is access to over 17 hours worth of material in an ever-expanding library. You'll also have access to a one-on-one chat with me and the other students to ask any questions that you may have in relation to anything we've learned and studied thus far. And if you become a founding member to my stack, not only will you receive a discount on the whole year's worth of classes, you will also receive one of the things I try to do in these classes, you also have access to a one-on-one mentorship class with me and to ask any questions to be able to move you towards your own tarot goals going forward. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or your robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber to my stack, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events as well as my online live schedule. You'll also be notified as to any, you'll also have access to my mystic meditation articles. I release those bi-monthly to let you know about what we've been seeing energetically. I'll be releasing one shortly on navigating through this full moon that we have coming up. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students that are seeking a more personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on and during work. I'm sorry. The other, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. I'm sorry. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or biweekly, as your schedule permits. Also, for my clients that are seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or biweekly, as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal journey. I'm also very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings, which you can purchase per dream or as a series. If you purchase the series, I would encourage you to start to keep a dream journal, as we will meet weekly or biweekly. with that journal to utilize the tarot to understand the key themes and messages coming towards you in the dream space. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. And we will do this again on Monday. That is our daily collective read. We are going to get started on personal readings. Congratulations to Bean. You got our highest gifter today. And congratulations, Wait Wushu. You got seconds. You will also have additional card in your 1-card reading. If anybody else would like to get on the list for today, you will be the 3rd person read for. It is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We are also at 10.8K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen, and we'll get to 50K in no time. And I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Hi there, Queen of Swords. So good to see you today. Also, for anyone who's joining us across the other apps, you can also get on the list today via my tree that has links in it in my bio. Excellent. A 5. Listen, Haley, I think honestly, I got to tell you, energy like this, a 5 is not too bad. And Isabel, thank you for sharing the live. Haley, don't assume others' intentions has been the mantra. It has to be right now. Focusing on grounding. And Ducky, you're so welcome, dear. So good to see you today. Hi there, Morgan. Good to see you as well. This is true. I'm a Virgo. Depends on the surprise. I feel like I'm kind of floating through it. Yes. And thank you as well, Scorpio rising. How are you doing today? Good to see you, Brenda. I'm telling you, it's a lot of that scorpionic energy in terms of like wanting to like get rid of things or move things through. Absolutely. 100%. Thank you, Bean. And thank you as well, V. Yes, this is the best time to organize. I have to help. I don't know. It's helping me. No, I understand it completely. It's a really good way to use this energy right now. And Cindy, thank you for the follow. All right. Excellent. I literally saw one. Okay. Chicken. I don't know if there's a chicken in the deck, Little Vamp. Mustang, thank you for the follow. Grand Rising, Joy, good to see you. How are you doing today, love? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you, Channeling. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you as well, Wushu. Healed and annoyed. That should be a shirt. Healed and annoyed. Grand Rising, Esteban. Good to see you. How are you doing, Kelly? Welcome, Esteban. Lai, thank you so much for the follow. You're so welcome. Call me. Just Bridget, so glad I'm not a divine union yet. Assuming everything quietly from my corner. I like that, Little Vamp. You're so welcome, Kathy. Grand Rising, Team Olsana. I know, it's fun times. The eclipse. Oh, when is the eclipse? It's coming up. I believe it's on the, let me check. I think it's on the, hold on, let me give you an exact, I'm not gonna guesstimate. Let me give you an exact date. It's on the 7th. So happy Friday, Kirby. Good to see you today. Bean, it's very frustrating, but clarifying, yes. And grateful for it. I'm sending you support, Bean. And Nosy, thank you for the follow. Great name. Wushu, don't be reactive while we're skipping through the landmine. That is exactly the type of energy that we're in. Yeah, I recently found out my dad has a Scorpio, Libra, and Leo and Libra stellium. Whoo, they got a pass, man. There's the past you know about, and then there's that other past. Ramon, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Avoid, oh no, please avoid over internalizing right now. Please. I'm trying to save you guys a reading. I really am. Delta, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. I got you on the list, Bean. I believe well, Isabel's first. I got you second, dear. Alexandra, I just found out I have to move in 2 months. Holy smokes. Sending you support on that journey, Alexandra. All right, friends, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read. If you'd like to get on the list right now, the list is open. You will be the 4th person read for. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm doing well today, Wesley. How are you doing? All right, let's continue right now. Mm. The first person we are reading for today is Isabel. Isabel, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And before we get started, why don't we get warmed up with an intuition check? All right, I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We had a bird. It was the wren. Thank you guys so much. Excellent. All right. Let's get started. Isabel, hold on a moment. Let me just pin you here. All right. Can I please get, yes. Can I please get, we've got Isabel, a spirit reading. What does Isabel have, please? All right. We got 2 out. And one more, please. 1 second. One more, please, for Isabel. All right. What do we got here? Okay, so we've got, so Isabel, I feel like there's something I'm seeing. The one thing I feel like that you have to kind of navigate right now, um, in relationality to a lot of the work that that's happening. I have to tell you, like I feel like I'm seeing a lot of heavy. Like, it's interesting, like, I feel like I see you, like, going through something that everything is fine, but there's some kind of energy, like, I feel like you've got some kind of anxiety point of, like, working through, I keep on hearing, like, some kind of doom energy is what I keep on hearing. It's giving me a little bit of, like, if everything's fine, why do I feel like a little bit of this, like, energetic intensity as it relates to, like as it relates to some kind of feeling of doom. I want to tell you, if you're feeling like that right now, one of the reasons that you may be feeling like that is due to the fact that Pluto is in retrograde. Um, there's like, and I want to describe this because, like, I feel like a lot of that energy, like I feel like there's something coming through about that in relationality to someone trying to clear the air between you and them too, right? Like, I almost see somebody, like, I feel like I see somebody being like, um, I've never told you something, or I've never said something before. And I feel like I feel like there's something really important to navigate in relationality to that, is what I see. Because I keep, it's so interesting. I just keep on seeing, it's like, I keep on hearing, like, the space by which the air gets cleared between you and another person is also simultaneously potentially going to be the space of hearing things. I keep on hearing, like, there's almost something I keep on hearing from a guide that says we can't ask for the air to be clear if we're not ready to be uncomfortable, is what I keep on hearing. Our uncomfortability is exactly, it like allows the determination point in terms of how clear the air can be around us, is what I keep on hearing. And I think that there's something really important and vital about that work, because I see somebody, like, and I almost see this, like, I see someone who, like, cares about you, like, a great deal, is what I keep on seeing. And the thing I keep on identifying is, it's almost like, it's like, and I keep on hearing, like, it's like, it's almost giving me the type of energy that is, like, working through their own under, like, it's like, I feel like you have to say to someone, "I am not fragile," is what I keep on hearing, which is the space by which you say to another person that, like, the ability of building strength between you and them via the uncomfortable conversation is how we build energetic trust. Because I almost see, like, I feel like I feel like I've got this, like, energy, like, around you, and I keep on seeing, it's like almost someone who, like, avoids saying things to you because they care about you. But that's why I feel like it's almost like you have to say to someone, like, when we care about each other, We don't treat each other like we are energetically fragile. We give each other the things we need to heal or in order to build or to ascertain upon a stronger energetic connection. And it's so interesting because I feel like it's almost like I feel like it's almost like someone who is like in a state of doubt as to how energetically stable you are, or someone who's like healing from situations or circumstances with energy that was more that was more fragile, is what I keep on hearing. And this, I feel like this is what's hard. Like this is what, like, when I'm reading here is like kind of ridiculous. This is how I keep on hearing, like, this is how we lose ideal partnership, right? It's the lack of energetic belief of someone that is energetically ready to navigate the full breadth of our person, is what I keep on seeing. And I feel like a lot of this is coming through. And I feel like the one thing I'm seeing in relationality to this is if you're going through something, like something with another person, I feel like you have to almost say to them, I don't want you to be, I feel like I almost hear someone saying, you're precious to me, and being like, I don't want to be precious to you. I want to be proud to you, which is, and what is the difference between being precious and proud? Precious, right? Like precious, and I keep on getting this, like when something is precious, we avoid, we work to avoid something around the self. Like we work in the context of working around something. But when we're energetically proud, we do something from a state of confidence. We bring, I keep on hearing, like, we bring the full breath of our own self to another, and then we allow the context by which we can show each other how strong we are. So I feel like there's something really important in relationality to that, in terms of having hard conversations with another person. And I feel like I keep on hearing too, and I actually owe you another card. Can I get one more card, please? Yeah, especially with this Fool energy. Like I feel like there's something I feel like there's something really, really energetically integral being navigated there in relationality to articulating to another, like having, like, I keep on hearing, like working through the past, but in a way that you can articulate, making sure that there is some kind of fresh start here. So make sure that you're having those conversations with another person. Make sure that you're articulating upon why something has significant meaning to you. And I keep on hearing, we don't build into connection with another by pretending something never happened. Never are we more, I keep wondering, never are we more certain to have something like occur again in the context of something, not like of trying to like move beyond something. I feel like when we are able to move through something, we unpack it so that we can understand what we can do better in the future. So I keep on saying, make sure that you're having those productive conversations with someone. Make sure that you're articulating upon what that looks like, because everything I keep on seeing in that modality is almost requiring you to have to, like, I feel like you're the one who's going to have to kind of start that conversation. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, like the thing I keep on seeing, I keep on hearing no eggshell energy in healthy partnership. Like no eggshell energy, which is the space by which you, the way you get stronger is by having a hard conversation. It's not by avoiding it or not being afraid to have it, is what I keep on seeing. So make sure that you're fortifying, make sure that you have clarity in terms of direction. And I keep on hearing, if something from the past is returning, it's not a chalkboard erase moment, it's a bookmark. You pick back up on the conversation where it left off, to be able to understand and identify what one's trying to do in a better way. Thank you so much, Isabel, for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the fourth person read for. It is the third person read for. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Hi there, dear. And also, I'm going to pin up Isabel here. Make sure to give Isabel, hold on a minute, make sure to give Isabel a follow. We want to support each other across the app. Oh, we just got back with after separation. Delta, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like new. Yes, exactly. We are having these conversations. I have hesitation and they're slowly moving forward. Thank you. I needed this. I understand completely. I'm so glad that that helped, dear. Yes, there's definitely a spot on the list, Stella, if you'd like to get on the list. The next person we are reading for today is Bean. Bean, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And as we wait, let me just take a moment let's do another intuition check. If anybody else would like to get on the list for today, you will be the third person read for. We do here life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. All right, I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. Oh, thank you so much for getting on the list, Stella. You'll be read for after. And you know what? I stand corrected. Wushu, you've got the reading today. Yeah, apologies for that. Wushu, you have the reading. Haley, you have the additional card. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when I get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Ram. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do it again after the next reading. All right. Yeah, because I didn't realize the fact that the gift was given by, yep. I hope that clarifies. Okay. Excellent. Well, actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I've got you. One moment. I got you. Let me just pin you up here. Okay, we've got General on New Love coming in. 4 Bean. 4 cards, please. Okay, 2 out. And can I please get 2 more, please? I feel like there's something. I mean, I think it's really interesting because it says to me that there's something about that, the new energy of love coming towards you. I keep on hearing like somebody articulating upon the understanding of what it means to, I keep on hearing conversations on what it means to care about someone is what's coming through on this. And it's interesting too, because it almost feels like it's coming towards you from somebody in spirit, which is like, it's giving me a lot of the conversations in relationality to the fact that when we care about each other, we don't see one another as burdens. We don't see we don't articulate upon the burden by which we find each other. I keep on hearing we're gifts, not burdens, which is the space by which another person does not look at something like I keep on hearing like they're not burdens, they're blessings, or somebody that keeps on articulating upon the fact that like the appreciation of the work that you do is in the context of understanding how much energetic weight you carry, or what it is that you effectively are trying to do. And I keep on hearing someone like trying to articulate upon how like energetically exceptional you are in terms of in terms of what that weight is what I keep on seeing. Um, and I think that I feel like it's interesting because everything I keep on reading for in terms of partnership has to do in relationality to weight. And I keep on hearing the difference between a burden and a blessing is someone that sees our experience by as something that um, is causing energetic issue in our own life versus something that we desire to blend. And I keep on hearing like the energy that's coming towards you wants to blend is what I keep on hearing. I feel like I keep on hearing they also have energetic weight. Um, I feel like it's not, I'm not sure what it is that you're healing from, but I almost feel like some kind of situation of someone who like was trying really hard not to get entangled in your own energetic like circumstances. It feels like I keep on sensing, I keep on seeing like sensing something like things getting heavy and someone just like pulling back and saying like, oh, that sounds like a big like that you want to hear like almost the articulation of a problem and someone being like, oh, that sounds like that sounds really hard instead of saying like, how can I help is what I keep on hearing. The one thing I keep on getting from the guide is this new energetic connection. Um, I keep on hearing it's the space by which another person. I feel like they have some. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has some kind of um, like responsibility. It almost feels like parent energy is what I'm getting because I keep on hearing somebody when I'm reading for you saying like I understand what it means to blend, which is the space by which one understands that the joy of doing something together. It's like there's joy in the doing of it, not in the I keep on hearing not in waiting for another person to have time for something, but doing some kind of work to energetically integrate or to like build. I keep on hearing like relationship as fabric, which is building into the context of what it is that you're creating with another person. So if this is something that you've been working through, keep on hearing somebody saying like understand, recognize, you will recognize me because I understand what it means to blend. I understand what it means to like work into the fabric of partnership is not one that you like wait. I keep hearing it's like you don't wait. I keep hearing you don't wait for an energetic opening. You move towards someone in the space of integrating like an experience that doesn't I keep wondering that doesn't feel like it exists on the outskirts of your life, but is a part and parcel of it, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck on this reading, yeah, especially with the King of Pentacles. I keep on like I feel like I keep on seeing some I keep on seeing some kind of energy that you're healing around you, which is like somebody trying to like keep their hands like clean off of something is what I keep on seeing. Like the ability of someone like I keep wondering like the conversation of another person saying like talking about a lot happening and someone being like, okay, you're obviously too busy. Like I feel like it's almost like the energy that somebody's saying like, oh, you're obviously like too busy to see like and I keep on hearing healthy like the healthy relationship is not one that I keep wondering, a healthy relationship is not one that waits for you to be free, but wants to do things with you to free you, is what I keep on hearing. Like doing something that makes something easier for you, as opposed to making you feel like, I keep wondering, as opposed to making you feel like you have to rush through something in order to find energetic time for someone, is what I keep on hearing. I keep on hearing them say, I don't wait for you to be free. I want to free you, which is someone saying like, I want to do something in a way that helps something be energetically easier for you. I feel like this is coming towards you pretty soon. Like I've got strong two energy around this. So this is saying to me like something within the space of the next 2 months or so. Um, but I think like a lot of like I feel like a lot of the work that I see is kind of making I feel like now would be a good time to be working on those manifestation goals or articulating what it is that you're trying to create with another. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Bean. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the third person read for. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. We're also at 13.3K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. All right. Hi there, dear. Gifts not burdens, tap to claim. Thank you, Bean. I'm so ready for healthy connection. Continue to work to manifest it, dear. Hold on a minute. Not burdens, but blessings. Exactly. Last person wasn't much, not seeking perfection, but to grow with. That's beautiful. Yes, I can't wait. I'm working towards it. You're so welcome, Darren. Thank you for having that reading with me and sending you so much support on that journey. Stella, you're the next person on the list, dear. All right, let's continue right now. The next person we've got is Stella. Stella, can you let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? And while we wait for Stella's question, let's do another intuition check. All right, I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10, and when I get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the dog. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do that again after the next reading. All right. I am looking right now for Stella. Can you let me know if we are doing a general reading or if you have a specific question? All right, we're doing a general for Stella. Let me just pin Stella up here. Guys, make sure to give Stella a follow. We want to support each other across. We want to give each other support. Hold on, let me just pin you up here, dear. There we go. Excellent. Make sure to give Stella some love. Can I please get 4 cards for Stella General, please? All right, and 2 more. Oh, thank you. You know, I feel like there's something really important about this, about this period of time for you that's allowing for some kind of expansion point as it relates to the possibilities around you, is what I keep on hearing. One of the things I keep on seeing in relationality to something here has to do, I feel like there's something significant about working in the context of learning how to trust again. And the difficulty that we often experience when we're working on healing a trust wound is it often feels like, I keep on feeling like it often feels like we have to like walk right back in the direction of something that effectively hurt us, is what I keep on seeing. And I keep on getting the same message that's coming through in relationality to healing a trust wound, as you continue to do that work, which is understanding that when someone breaks our trust, they break it twice, which is they break our trust in the moment that they energetically betray us. But then every day that we don't allow ourselves to trust again, they continue to harm us with that initial wound. So I want you to kind of think about that, because I feel like I see you working right now on building healthy energetic connection. But I also feel like a lot of that work that I see that you're kind of having to do is going to kind of require you to be able to build into giving. I keep on hearing giving others I keep hearing giving others the benefit of the doubt, And I keep on seeing here that I keep on hearing that doesn't mean, that doesn't mean that you have to have energetic blind faith that someone is well intentioned. But the ability by which we trust another person's intentions is guided upon what I keep on hearing, should be guided upon what they show us rather than something that we've energetically experienced. I feel like this is important because I do feel like the positive that I'm seeing here is I see some kind of healthy connection coming towards you at this time. I see something, I see someone that wants, I feel like I see somebody that wants to build something with you. I see somebody that wants you to give them an energetic chance. But the thing about it is I almost see kind of that space by which you're still recovering from some kind of trust wound to such an extent that it makes it very hard to do so. So I want you to remember, and I keep on getting the same message here, somebody in a good space will never demand trust from you. They'll never demand trust. They'll allow the context by which they can prove to you that they can be energetically trusted. It takes, I keep wondering, it takes time. And I feel like the one thing I'm getting about this is understand that someone I keep wondering, someone who is trustworthy is not going to try to rush a process, which is the space by which they're not going to make you feel like, I keep on hearing, they're not going to try to sweep you off your feet or make some kind of grand pronouncements in relationality to what they desire with you. They're going to build, I keep on hearing, they're going to build slowly, but they're going to build strongly. And I feel like they're going to build that space. I keep on hearing of not getting I keep on hearing healthy energy does not get our hopes up in the best way possible, is what I keep on hearing, which is the space by which another person isn't going to say something incredibly, I keep on hearing, isn't going to say something incredibly energetically romantic unless they effectively mean it. So I keep on hearing, make sure that you're giving someone, um, make sure that you're giving someone the time to open up to you, because I keep on hearing it. I keep on hearing the energy saying something along the lines of there won't be any sweeping gestures because sweeping gestures are moves. And I feel like I hear someone saying I don't make moves. I move with intention is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like it has something, it's like a strong message. Um, to give someone a chance. And I keep on hearing even I keep on hearing give someone a chance to impress you is what I keep on hearing. Because I keep on getting the same sense that what you're trying to build towards right now, I keep on hearing it's going to feel more like a campfire than a firework. It's not going to feel like something that dazzles you. It's going to feel like something that nourishes you and becomes better with time. So I want you to make sure that you're giving someone the time that is necessary to show you how good it can be. Because I keep on hearing often good energy. Um, I keep on hearing they don't try to dazzle you. They try to sell they try to I keep on hearing energy that's not in a healthy space will try to dazzle you. But energy that cares about energy that is authentic will have the same sense of reservation that you yourself have experienced. They'll have their own trepidatiousness. They'll have their own care because I keep on hearing I keep hearing the energy that would never do that to you is not going to dazzle you because they don't articulate upon what um they don't try to do a grand gesture of something that they aren't able to create or provide for you on a regular with consistency is what I keep on hearing. It's like I keep on hearing look for the consistent energy because the consistent energy is where you'll find a lot of that the consistent energy is the gift, because that is often the space by which you'll be able to recognize something that grows. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Stella. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the second person read for. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Also, friends, we're at 15.5K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen, and we'll get to 50K in no time. And Minnie, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. One moment. Put that back up here. Perfect. And just bear with me a moment. Thank you, Wushu. I love that you say that, because you actually know but I mean, that's what I keep on seeing here, right? It's gonna take some time, is what I keep on seeing. But I feel like, and I keep on, it's gonna bring up some anxiety, but it's also like something that's gonna be healthy for you, is what I keep on seeing. And thank you for getting on the list, Nicole. You'll be read for after Wushu. And Michelle, thank you for the follow. All right. And I feel like it's interesting too, because I don't know if this is someone that's already entered your life, but it feels like it's in very close proximity. All right, let's continue right now. We are at 16.4K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. We do here life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. All right, and the next person on the list for today is, we've got here Wushu. Wushu, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And if anybody else wants to get on the list right now, you'll be the 3rd person read for. Yes, Haley, you got the extra card today, dear. All right. Perfect. And while we wait, let's do another intuition check. I've got the animal spirit guide cards here. All right, one moment. All right, we're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the South. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do that again after the next reading. All right. Where were we? Okay. Got it. Anything for relationship and separation. Can I please get, one moment, please? 3 cards, please. Whoop. Wow, transverse. Okay. And 1 more. 2 more, please. Thank you. Let's see here. What do we got? I feel like there's something really important that's happening right now in separation as it relates to building into manifestation goals, is what I keep on seeing. I'm identifying that there's something really energetically important in being able to articulate to another what our energetic ideal is what I keep on seeing. And I'm not sure why I keep on, like, it's interesting too, because especially with this 2 of wands here in its transverse, make sure that you're not taking some kind of like, I'll know it when I see it approach to manifestation, is what I keep on seeing, right? Like, I keep on hearing, like, we always bring clarity in relationality to what our energetic ideal is in terms of relationship, because, and I keep on seeing like, let that clarity, like let the combination of being able to articulate upon a manifestation goal, and also simultaneously recognizing and identifying that when you articulate that manifestation goal, there will be energy that may potentially reject it, right? Like there's going to be energy that may say that's not necessarily what my energetic ideal is. But that's what I keep on hearing. You have to understand that rejection is protection in relationality to moving towards a manifestation goal. That if we articulate what our ideal is and another person is in a space of saying like that's not my cup of tea, then it's the ability to say to another person like that's great. Thank you for helping me move towards my manifestation goal more, with more of a sense of energetic determination. Because I just keep on seeing here um, that I don't know why. Like I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something about working through partnership that is requiring you to do the work of being able to clear your throat chakra, which is not being able to effectively feel anxiety in terms of articulating something that you would ideally like, the like what one would ideally like to have, or what like the perfect relationship looks like, is what I keep on seeing. Um, I feel like everything, like it's interesting because I just kind of have this sense in partnership and the ability to energetically clear the air is going to kind of help you in some kind of capacity. And I think that that's also really important, um, as it relates to also like working through past connection, which is the identification point of, I keep on hearing like making sure that you're being energetically clear upon, um, like whether you're trying to repair something versus whether you're working to heal from it, is what I keep on seeing. um because like there's, it's almost like I have to identify this, um like I keep on hearing like the ability to energetically prioritize um helps us identify and recognize what feels like it's supportive to us. And the thing is, it's almost interesting. I see a lot of energy that magnetizes towards you. Like I'm seeing, like I almost feel like there's a lot of like energy that kind of like draws towards you in the space of trying to energetically resolve something. But I keep on seeing, like that's what I meant about making sure that you're being energetically clear upon what your own boundaries are, or being able to articulate to another what they can expect, like from you or with you, as it relates to relationship. Because I keep on hearing in healthy, I keep on hearing in healthy partnership there are absolutely no blurred lines, is the message I keep on getting. In healthy partnership, there are absolutely no blurred lines, which is the space by which another person, like we articulate to another exactly what they can expect to us. And there's no question mark in terms of what's happening between us and another person. So make sure that you're doing that work to articulate to the energy around you exactly like what kind of relationship they have with you, in order to heal the relationship that you're trying to build in terms of your future manifestation goal. Bottom of the deck on this, really, on this reading, yeah, especially with the 7 of Pentacles in its reversal. It's interesting. I just keep on hearing the same thing. There are no question marks in healthy partnership, which is the space by which it's, I keep on hearing it's not just enough for another person to say, what do they mean to you? But I keep on hearing somebody say, what do you think they mean? Like, do they know that? Is what I keep on hearing. Like it's a difference between, it's a difference between someone saying to us, what do they mean to you? Right? Someone saying like, what is your opinion in terms of how the connection you have with them, versus the space by which they inhabit it. And when I keep on hearing, when we're in a healthy space, there's transparency in what exists between us, which is not a fuzziness between what another person, like where another person resides in our own periphery versus where they aspire or hope to be. So I keep on hearing making sure, like I feel like there's something about partnership that says make sure that you're drawing lines effectively, which is the ability of making sure that you articulate to another person exactly the type of relationship that they have with you in order to facilitate a stronger partnership in relationality to what you are prioritizing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Wushu. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps. Those are pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We do here life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. If you wanted to get on the list right now, it's a great time to get on the list. You will be the 3rd person read for. You're so welcome, Haley. And thank you for subscribing, Minnie. You're so welcome. All right. Let's continue right now. The next person that we are reading for today is, I am looking for Nicole. Nicole, if you're here, can you respond in all caps and let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? I don't want you to be confused. If there's something that I can provide clarity on in terms of the reading, just let me know and I'll do my best to clarify. I've got you, Minnie. All right, I'm going to pin you up here. And I feel like that was either coming through in the space of being able to articulate that that is something that you yourself are doing or something that you may need to articulate to another person is what was coming through. And it's interesting too, because it was feeling very much like it was coming across from spirit, if it helps. All right, I'm going to pin you up here. One moment, please. And before we get started, hold on a moment. Why can't I pin you? Hold on, dear. There we go. Excellent. All right, before we continue right now, let's do an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide cards here. I'm going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the bear. Thank you so much. We'll do it again after the next reading. All right. And in the meantime, if anyone else wants to get on the list right now, it's a great time to get on the list. You will be the 2nd person read for. All right. Where are we? I got you, Minnie. Can I please? Yes. Can I please get 4 cards, please, from Minnie? And thank you for resubscribing, Minnie. And 2 more, please. Yeah, this is like, what is this? This is some nonsense here. What do I got here? This is what is this? I feel like I keep on hearing the life change. I keep on hearing something about reading like the life changing quality of minding one's own business is what I keep on getting. Like there's I feel like there's like it's giving me um like how do I even just like this is like I don't know why it feels like there's like almost like some schoolyard stuff around you, man. Like, you know what I mean? You know? Like this is what I'm seeing something here. Like it feels like it's giving me like I'll never understand. Like it's I keep on, I feel like there's something, I keep on hearing a really strong message too, that it's coming through in relationality to, from your guides, which is saying like, when we're in a healthy space, I keep on hearing the same thing. Like when we're in a healthy space, we never talk about people, is what I keep on seeing. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean it in the space. Like it's giving me that type of energy, like someone coming towards you with something. And like, like I keep on hearing like talking, like complaining about something and being like, have you tried talking to them about it? You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean in relationality to like the life-changing power of minding one's own business, which is the space by which I keep on seeing like often we can articulate the energetic problem that is occurring in a circumstance or situation with the fact that we're not trying to resolve a problem with another person, but we're taking it to somebody else, is what I keep on hearing. You know what I mean? Like I keep on, I feel like I keep on seeing something in relationality to that. It's saying it's talking a lot, and I keep on hearing like there's the difficulty or the frustration, and I keep on hearing the same thing. There's one thing, there's one I keep hearing there's one way, I'll point this out. There's something to be said about working through, and I keep on hearing because it's very nuanced. There's something to be said about working through something, and I like to point out when we care about someone and we're going through something that confuses us, we say, is there something I could be doing different? You know what I mean? The conversation that we have, I keep on hearing the conversation that we have in relationality to someone else that is self-referential, is what I keep on hearing, right? The observation of trying to identify if there's something else that one could be doing that could allow for something different. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the self-reference of trying to work through something. And then there's the energy of like I almost feel like I see you like looking at a situation being like, well, I've isolated the problem. You know what I mean? Like it's the space by which we articulate that someone else is like, it's like the space by which we articulate or work through something that we look towards someone, not in the space of like, I keep on hearing like, not in the space that by which we hold them up, but by the space by which we energetically articulate our own frustration from a point of helplessness, is what I keep on seeing. And so I feel like there's something really important in relationality to you kind of working through that in some way. Because I keep on hearing like I keep on hearing like the message that's coming through is one that that says like when we're in a healthy space, we energetically we talk through the point of healing, not in the space of, I keep on hearing like, not in the space of complaining about another, but like working to energetically resolve something. So I feel like there's something very significant about that, because everything I'm identifying, like I feel like that's the hard thing. Like I almost see some kind of situation of you working through something and having, I feel like having to I keep hearing, make sure that you're having empowering conversations, is what I'm seeing. And what is, I keep on hearing, what is an empowered conversation? An empowered conversation is one that you articulate and say, look, this is what I would do in that situation, but I'm not going to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like that's what I keep on seeing. Like it's a space by which you have an empowered conversation, is the context by which you give someone the tools that they need to energetically resolve something. But then you say to them, I'm not going to do it for you. Like you have to find the way to be able to persevere through something, because it's like I feel like there's almost something that you're working through as it relates to having to heal from others, like learned sense of helplessness, is what I keep on identifying. I want to give you some bottom of the deck information on it. Yeah, especially with the moon card, um, especially with the moon card in its reversal. I keep on identifying it feels like it feels like something that I just keep on saying like it almost feels like you need to bring like I feel like it's having to bring some kind of like space of truth to something. You know what I mean? And I think that there's also something to navigate in relationality to like being able to do, I keep on hearing like being able to, and it's interesting too, because this is also in relation to um, what we were talking about in one of the earlier readings that I'm actually going to kind of bring back here, which is like there's no fragility in healthy partnership, is what I keep on hearing. It's like there should never be the conversation that you're afraid to have in relationship, because I keep on hearing the conversation that you're afraid to have in relationship is the energetic fracture point. That the space by which one is working through fragility is one that requires the ability to navigate a hard conversation or to work through something that feels energetically unstable, but then also to find the vulnerability that becomes its own sense of strength. And so I almost feel like I almost like see like you having to navigate a situation relationality to another person's like energetic intimacy issues, which is the space by which like I feel like almost like you having to say to someone like, and we talk a little bit about this, that there's the ability to articulate upon what one aspires for versus having the fortitude to be able to navigate through it. Those are different things, is what I keep on seeing. And so it does feel to me like you might be kind of having to have some kind of hard conversation in relation out. And it's funny too, because I'm seeing like I'm seeing a couple energies around you like this. Is what I keep on hearing. There's more than one, which is like having to say to someone, like helping, like having to say to someone, like to find the own, like to find the courage to be able to do something. Like I keep on hearing you need courageous energy around you, which is the space by which it's not just enough to say that one aspires for something, but the courage to be able to navigate through something. It also requires the fortitude to be able to navigate one's own insecurities and fears as one does so. I keep wondering, make sure that you're navigating situations like that with a sense of maturity, and make sure. I feel like there's something about that. Um, there's something about that as well that I feel like is significant, because I almost like I feel like I keep on hearing like don't over internalize like someone coming towards you about something. And I keep on hearing it's not your job to resolve another person's issues with another person. And often I feel like to point this out, like often in this, like I feel like it's almost giving me some kind of energy of someone trying to come towards you, be like, can you talk to them? And you being like, no. Like I was even being like, no, because that's the energetic problem. It's giving some, I keep on even seeing like giving someone the space of empowerment by which they can feel the vitality of doing something rather than moving around someone, is what I keep on seeing. Sending you so much support on that journey. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the next person read for. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. It's so these are exactly the same. I just need to point this out, Minnie, because I just need to stress this. Like I drew these 2 cards in the other deck. I just need to show you. This is wild. I drew these 2 cards in the other deck, pretty much, and they just popped back out in this deck, which is like I would not be surprised if something is happening that's triggering you or informing you on something that's happened in the past, is what I keep on seeing. just let it fortify your own energetic direction. And thank you so much for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. If this message, we are also, if you'd like to get on the list right now, you'll be the next person read for. 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Well, and I need to point this out, Wushu, like the space by which you say, I need to decide if I'm healing from this relationship or working. Like that's what I meant in relationality to making sure that you're working on the manifestation goals. Like that was the first part that we were talking about in the reading, making sure that you start from a situation with that clarity of intention is what we were trying to articulate upon. I hope that helps. And thank you both Flo and Trina for getting on the list. If anybody else would like to get on the list right now, you'll be the 3rd person read for. All right, let's continue right now. And again, thank you so much. The next person we are reading for today is, we've got Flo here. Flo, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. If anyone else would like to get on the list right now, you'll be the 3rd person read for. I've got 4 spots left for today before the list will be closed. And for anybody who's interested, we do here life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. All right, 2nd call right now for Flo. 2nd call right now. Hi there, how Flo? How you been? It's been a minute. Good to see you, dear. Hold on a minute. Okay. Let me just pin you up. Okay, I've pinned up Flo. Guys, make sure to give Flo some love. All right, so one of the things that we always want to stress here is we never put our autonomy in the cards in relationality to making a decision, but we can definitely draw cards in relationality to the energy based upon where you are versus where you may potentially be moving, helping to go. Okay, can I please get, and before we continue, let's do an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Was the water dragon. Oh, whoosh, you got close with the fish. All right, let's get to it. Where were we? Excellent. Oh, I'm glad. I'm good and bad and good and bad. That's the stuff we got right now, Flo. I understand that. Okay. One moment here. Let me just pin you up. And as I said, so can I please get, one moment, dear. Can I get 2 cards for Flo? Thank you. Yep, here. And then, yeah, thank you. And then, yeah, and then new play. Thank you. Okay, what do we got? Oh, wow. Holy moly, that's wild. Okay. I just need to stress this. I just did the cards for you, and you got the King of Wands in its upright and the King of Wands in its reversal is what I keep on seeing. You know? Yeah, you like, this is like, that's wild. But I feel like this is like, that's the thing about it. Like, it feels to me like I see you in some kind of modality that feels like it's giving me a little bit of that like feast and famine kind of thing. You know, it's giving me, it's like things are good, things are not good, things are good, things are not good. It's roller coaster energy, you know? And the thing is, I mean, I keep on hearing like roller coasters are fun, but it's hard to, you can't build, I keep on hearing you can't build on a roller coaster, is what I keep on hearing. It's giving me the space by which they're articulating and saying, like, there's some kind of energetic difficulty point in relationality to, like, what you're trying to do in relationality to some kind of frequency that feels like it's very, like, very volatile, right? It's a lot of this, like, it's a lot of that, like, peaks and troughs. In relationality to where you're going, I've got here the Empress card in its reversal in combination with the Four of Coins in its reversal. Now, I feel like it's interesting too because I almost like, I feel like you have to start um, getting into the space of being able to I don't know why I keep on hearing the word, like, being able to be in a healthy space is being able to set aside something, is what I keep on seeing. Like the adaptability or the ability to be able to, I keep on hearing, like, put something energetically aside that allows the context of feeling energetically stable. Um, I feel like there's something, I definitely want you focusing right now on what those manifestation goals are, because um, I feel like I see some kind of situation of you trying to, like, work on something or work to something. And I keep on hearing, like, the manifestation goal for you is energetic stability, which is to say that um like, it's interesting too because I do feel like it does feel to me like there's something, like, I almost feel like there's something about you, like, it's interesting that I need to stress this right now because I see you kind of working through, like, one thing or another. And the one thing I need to stress here is these cards that I'm looking at, they're both like not ideal, is what I keep on saying. Like this is very, like, I see where you are now, which is like there's a lot of this, like, back and forth, but then I see where you're going. And I keep on hearing, like, make sure that something that you're moving towards doesn't feel, I keep on hearing the difference between surrender and giving up is the space by which we allow like, surrendering is being able to do something in a bigger way, is what I keep on hearing. Surrendering is energetically expansive. It's being able to do something in a way that feels like it's an energetic uplift versus, like, some kind of feeling. I keep on hearing surrendering does not require you to abandon things, is what I keep on getting. Which is the space by which I feel like there might be, I feel like you might be approaching the question in the wrong way. Right? I feel like there's something, I feel like I would not, if I was reading these cards, I wouldn't make a hasty decision right now. I would give yourself time to think about a solution, is what I keep on seeing. And I feel like there's almost, um, I need to stress this too. Like, this particular period that we're going through right now is working through a lot of energetic frustration. So I want you to make sure that you're being clear in relationality to what you're trying to do in a better fashion. In order, I keep on hearing, in order to be able to have, like, the energetic breakthrough that you're looking for, is what I keep on seeing. And I think that a lot of it, like, I would almost say, like, because I think it's interesting because you predicated. Hold on, I just want to go back to the way that you framed the question flow. Yeah, you said that there was something about, like, the moving to a new location or currently staying in another. I feel like there might be something about um, like doing, I keep on hearing like doing something that allows you to kind of get a sense for an area or get a feel for a place is what I see. Like I keep on hearing like think about more. I keep on hearing think less about moving right now. Think more about sojourn, which is the space by which you visit a place for a period of time to see if it's energetically right for you. Like that might, I feel like that might almost be something that is important to make sure that you feel like like sure about the direction that you're headed in right now. Bottom of the deck, yeah, especially with the Queen of Wands is what I keep on seeing. You know, like the one. It's interesting because like the one thing I'm getting in relationality to the energy that I'm seeing here is working through the context of not rushing through something, but taking one's own time to be able to navigate or recognize like what one is trying to do in a better capacity. I keep on seeing that there's something significant there in relationality to like not being hasty in terms of making an energetic decision, but taking your time to do something effectively. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings. And you can book private readings on my site. Next person we are reading for today is Trina. Trina, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. All right. How are you doing today, Trina? All right. And my friends, we're at 20.9K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. How are you doing today, little bit? All right. And I'm just going to take a minute to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. And Gloria, thank you for subscribing. Exactly what it felt like the last few months, sending you support on that journey. Yes, there is a spot on the list today, Jesse, if you'd like to get on the list. Excellent. I also feel the energy urgency to move, but I don't want to. Definitely. You're so welcome, Flo. Okay, excellent. I'm going to pin up Trina. Hold on a minute before we continue. Let's do an intuition check. All right, I've got our animal spirit guide cards here. I'm going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the Earth Dragon. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do it again after the next reading. All right, what do we got here? Just bear with me a moment. All right, I got you, and I'm going to pin up Trina here. Guys, make sure to give Trina some love. We're doing new relationship insight, please. All right. 3 cards, 1 more, please. This is feeling positive. I feel like I see something here that feels, the thing about it is I'm getting some kind of sense of like you working through something that was really, really energetically heavy, particularly in the past. Like I just keep on seeing something here. Like, and I think that a lot of it is like articulating to me like something like I keep on hearing like something that you're working um to do in a better fashion, or something that you're working. I keep on hearing like something that you're working on in such a way that I feel like I almost see some kind of period of like the last like 9 months or so, because you've got double 9 energy here. really working fastidiously on trying to do something like in a better way. And I feel like there's something important about that in relationality to like having some kind of like it feels to me like there's something energetically positive that's coming towards you. But I keep on seeing like a lot of the work that I'm identifying that you're doing right now has to do with like your I feel like your own ability to like it almost feels like you're navigating situations with more positivity, you know, like you're doing a lot of that work to kind of bring like a positive perspective to things. Um, the one thing I want to say in relationality to as it relates to relationship right now is making sure that you're I keep on hearing like making sure that you're you're giving I keep on hearing like it's interesting because like I feel like there's I feel like you're healing from some like deeply cynical energy is what I keep on seeing. Like something in relationality to working through the frustration of like I keep on hearing like this is why cynicism can feel like it's like I keep on hearing cynicism is contagious because like the space by which we identify or feel the fact that nothing changes doesn't allow the context for anything to be possible. But that's what I like in relationality to something that I see that's coming towards you right now because I see somebody I feel like I see somebody who's like a breath of fresh air. You know, I see somebody who has who has a lot of positivity, who has like more of an like an open mind about something. The one thing I would kind of articulate is um, if you've been healing from something from the past, like make sure that someone isn't make sure that something isn't make sure someone's not coming back towards you. I keep on hearing if you've been like if you're building something new with someone and it's going in a really positive way, and someone else comes back from the past, I want you to remember, like I keep on hearing the guide say, remember how much time you gave someone to heal something. Because I keep on hearing the context changes in the space by which another person recognized that they had time to restore something with you versus the convenience of them arriving just at the time that you're starting to build something significant with someone else. So be very conscientious about that, is what I'm seeing. Bottom of the deck, yeah, because like that's the only thing I would say right now with some of this like 8 of cups and its reversal, you know? Don't I'll tell you right now, if somebody if someone from the past comes just as you're starting to build like something new with someone with someone that wants the same things as you, let that be your confirmation, right? Like let that be your confirmation in terms of the difference between someone saying that they want the same things as you versus the space by which they don't want to see you moving away from them is what I keep on hearing. Because I keep on hearing the same messages coming through in relationship right now is I miss you does not mean the same as I want the same things as you. The space by which another person articulates their own like I keep on hearing like the outpouring of emotions is not clarity, and especially and particularly if I see something that you're moving towards that feels positive. I keep on hearing the context changes tremendously. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Trina. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. The next person we are reading for today, I already got your cards out, so we'll keep those out. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Tell me why, for some reason, the Earth Dragon first came out to me as a turkey. I can see it because it's like, it's very, I get it. It's like very crouched in. The list right now, creative, if you get on the list, I've got 2 more spots today before the list will be closed. You'll be the 3rd person read for. Some challenges, but definitely growth. Yes, definitely more optimistic. Jeannie, this is, we are doing individual readings right now. Yes, actions speak louder than words, and intentions matter. Tap to claim. All right, let's continue right now. The next person we are reading for today is Gloria. Gloria, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And while we wait for Gloria, let's do another intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. When we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the swan. Let's continue right now. All right, I am looking right now. Thank you for those. Thank you for those flowers, Hardy. The next person we're reading for today is Gloria. Gloria, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And I've already got your cards out, so I'm just waiting for Gloria. Love reading for Gloria. I got you, dear. I feel like I see you kind of like working through some kind of stagnancy in relationality to love. And I'm going to pin up Gloria here, guys. Make sure to give them some love. I keep on hearing it's not too much to ask another person what their manifestation goals are. That's all I keep on hearing around a circumstance or situation. It's not too much to ask someone what their manifestation goals are. It's not that, I keep on hearing it's not that energetically. And I keep on hearing it's not selfish to ask if it's reciprocal. If you be willing to articulate it, it's not too much to ask for another person. And I think that that's really important because I keep on hearing like never are we more in a point of danger when someone says like, oh, let's just see where something goes. Because all I keep on hearing is we always have an aspiration as it relates to the direction that we hope something will go into, is what I keep on hearing. You know? And I feel like there's something important in the space of that. And I keep on hearing like a healthy relationship is fortified by a conversation in that way. So especially if you're having those situations where you're trying to talk to someone about their intention that they're bringing to relationship, and they say to you like, I'm not ready to have that conversation, then you need to say to them, when's a good time for us to return back to it, is what I keep on seeing. It's not, I keep on hearing a manifestation goal is not a reward for healthy partnership. It is the way that we prevent from potentially wasting one another's time, is what I keep on seeing. So make sure that you're having, like I keep on hearing, make sure that you're having those conversations. And if somebody, I keep on hearing, if somebody is in the space by every time you try to do so, they pull away from you or they avoid doing it, let that be your confirmation that something is exactly what someone wants it to be. Like that's their manifestation goal. Like I keep on hearing like the avoidance is the confirmation, right? Like the avoidance is the confirmation. So if you're trying to have a conversation with someone as to where something's going, and then they energetically avoid it, like you can usually articulate that that's the fact that this is the manifestation. It's exactly what they want it to be. And I keep on hearing a healthy manifestation is one that we can articulate and speak towards in relationality to what it is that we're looking for. I feel like you're getting a strong message from your guides in relationality to it, because I can see something, like I can see something that brings you joy is what I'm identifying here. But it's not about, I keep on hearing like, if it's not about, don't, I keep on hearing, don't let joy ruin a manifestation, which is the space by which you say, well, this is okay, but it's not what I want, and hoping that if you are in it long enough, it'll turn into what you aspire it to be. Have the conversation, right? And I know how hard it is. It feels like a little bit of a band-aid rip moment, but I feel like like I want you really focusing on what those manifestation goals are, and I want you having conversations about it. And if so, and I keep on hearing, if someone pulls away or avoids, I keep on hearing, it's not, it's like having conversations like that will only create problems in unhealthy relationship, which is the space by which another person says you're creating problems where problems don't exist. It's never a problem to have a healthy manifestation goal. It's never a problem to talk about the future. But in an unhealthy relationship, conversations about the future will be seen as the detriment. They'll be seen as someone bringing a problem to a situation, because what they're really saying is there's no business of like, abandon your manifestation goal if you want this. Like it's the energy. It's just like the sound of someone saying you're creating problems where problems don't exist in the space of trying to talk about a manifestation goal is someone saying, if you want to be able to maintain this, you have to let go or relinquish the fact that it'll be anything other than this. So make sure, I keep on hearing, make sure that you're forcing those conversations. You're not going to break anything that's for you by having a conversation on where something's going. And if someone says, I'm not ready to have the conversation, then you can say to them, when is a good time to return back to it? I keep on hearing, it's not a pipe dream, it's a date. And I keep on hearing, healthy energy does not leave you hanging in relationality to where something's going. That is and if they're doing that, then what they're really saying is, this is all I aspire to be. This is my manifestation goal. And that's why they're going to say, if you're like, why are you trying to spoil the manifestation goal? Healthy, let the healthy conversation will fix this. Yeah, Knight of Swords, right? The observation or the recognition, healthy relationship always lets us feel certainty in terms of where it's going. And if someone is articulating in the conversation of you saying to someone, I need, like, make sure that what you're considering a plateau isn't their perfect, right? Like the space by which you're trying to say, this is not something that's comfortable for me, this is not where I aspire to be, and another person saying, why are you creating problems where problems don't exist? That's you literally saying to someone, this is a plateau, and they're having a different experience, and you're saying, why are you trying to ruin my perfect? This is everything I aspire to be. Healthy manifestation is something that we can articulate upon. Healthy manifestation is the ability to have the conversation as to what we want the future to be. So if someone is in the space where every time you try to have a conversation with that, they avoid it, let that be a confirmation that this is their perfect. That's exactly what they want it to be. You might not have the same manifestation goals. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Gloria. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the second person read for. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Also, friends, we're at 29.7K likes. When we get to 50K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. Yes, I'm having to guess what the person I'm dating is thinking. Well, that is, again, that's the first red flag. Sending you some, hi, good to see you today, Jacob. Absolutely. Thank you for confirmation, G. They avoid conversation all the time. Thank you for this confirmation. That's exactly what they said. Thank you so much. It's exactly what I needed to hear. Sending you so much support on that journey, Gloria, and I hope this helps. All right, the next person we're reading for today is Danae. Danae, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And if anybody else would like to get on the list for today, I'll be the second person read for. All right. And just a reminder to anyone who would like to get on the list, we do here life path, highest party messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. We also do Akashic and mind, body, spirit. If you would like to get on the list, all you need to do is send a donation via my tree that is linked in my bio. If you're joining us across the other apps, you can do so as well via the same methods. Second call right now for Danae. Second call right now for Danae. All right, if Danae is not here, we're going to move forward into one card readings for subscribers. If you are a subscriber and would like a card pulled, go ahead and put your question. Oh, there she is. Hold on a minute. Let me just pin her up. Guys, make sure to give Danae some love. And in the meantime, let's do an intuition check before we continue. I've got the animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when I get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, no problem, Haley. 4, 3, 2, 1. The crane. We've talked about this, Bridget, with the bird. We've talked about this. Rihanna, did you get on the list here? Let me know if you sent the donation to get on the list. Okay. All right. And we're doing a general right now for creative. 2 more, please. Oh, I got you, Rihanna. You know, I feel like this is you having to navigate someone else's nonsense. What is this? You know? Like I just see something here. You know, I keep on like I need to point it. I need to like you ever try to have a conversation with someone about like what needs to be fixed, and the next thing you know, they're talking about what happened to them when they were 6. Is all I keep on hearing. You try to have a conversation with someone on what needs to be fixed, and the next thing you know, you're having a conversation on what happened when they were 6. I just keep on hearing that from like, and it's funny too because it's somebody in spirit saying this because they've been watching the conversation. It's very convenient. You try to have a conversation with someone on what needs to be fixed, and the next thing you know, you're having a conversation with them on what happened when they're 6. You're not someone's therapist, is what I keep on hearing. You're not someone's therapist. That's like that is the sign. I keep on hearing that is the sign of someone that needs a therapist. That is the sign. I keep on hearing that is the sign of someone who needs a therapist. Because that is the space by which we should like. It's not about like when you're articulating to someone why something isn't happening. It shouldn't lead to a regressive point of them going in the Wayback Machine and talking about where their inability of doing something began, is what I keep on hearing. That is like, and I keep on hearing like there's something about that's like that is an ego trip. Like it's an ego trip. Like that's literally an ego trip. It's like I need something fixed. Let's go on a little journey about how I became the person that I am today. So I keep on hearing. Like, can you please do this? Sicily, 1930. You know what I mean? Like it's a space, but like you are getting off the subject, is what I keep on seeing. You know, you are getting off the subject, and so I feel like like I feel like you have, and I keep on seeing I feel like you have to say to someone, like, I understand that you've been through a lot, but going through a lot should not change how you're showing up, is what I keep on hearing, which is the space by which, like, the space by which we say, hey, can you do something about this? Like, shouldn't be the space by which another person, like, starts to go into that, like, space by which all they're doing is focusing upon, like, like, I keep on hearing, like, instead of getting defensive, just being like, okay, right, like, I'm on it, is what I keep on seeing. I understand. I keep on hearing, like, recognize when someone, like, it's giving me the type of energy of someone saying, like, it's the observation of articulating to another in terms of saying, like, look, like, I keep on hearing you say to, like, having to say to someone, like, look, I'm not trying to get into a conversation as to why you are like this. I just need you to be able to work on energetically fixing it. Um, and I keep on, like, I feel like it does kind of, I feel like I keep on hearing we're getting off subject, is what I keep on seeing. And I almost hear, and I keep on hearing someone say, like, if somebody tries to say to you in that moment, like, why are you being so harsh? I think you have to say to them, I'm not being harsh. We're getting off this, like, we're getting off the subject, which is the space by which you say to another person, like, I care about you. But I keep on seeing, like, I keep on hearing the request to have something, the request to do something should not require become the space by which another person disassembles, is what I keep on seeing. And I feel like you might have to say to someone, if that's occurring, like, look, I've noticed a tendency where I try to ask for something, and instead of you moving into the space which is normal, which is saying, sure, you're energetically disassembling, right? And disassembling in that space is the identification point of you having to say to another person, I like what someone's saying in that way is, like, I can't take on that weight. Like, I'm not gonna show up for you. So I feel like there's the space by which you have to have a conversation with someone in relationality to what you feel you can and cannot expect. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of the work that you're doing there, I keep on hearing, like, it feels heavy, but I also feel like there's something about that, like, I feel like it's a hard conversation that allows one to be able to do something in a better way. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, the nine of cups in its upright. You know what I mean? Like, there's something, like, I feel like, I think that there's almost the space by which you have to say to another person. I need to point out, if there's a space by which every time you try to have a conversation with someone about doing something practical and instead they're always articulating upon the past, then that would usually be the identification point of something that they need help with, right? And basically saying, like, look, if asking for something brings up all of these feelings about a past that isn't present, that is literally the force of trauma, which is the space by which you might have to say to someone, look, you're energetically traumatized. It's okay to get help with it. And that way, it's like being able to articulate upon the energetic support that you need to be able to. I keep on hearing, like, it's almost like the space by which you have to say to another person, like, I want to give you, I want to give you the tools that you need, but I can't be the energetic supportive system, which is the space by which I keep on hearing, like, the context by which we work to energetically resolve something to make it easier for one another, rather than being in the context of, like, I keep on seeing, like it's almost saying to me, like, it almost says to me, like, you have to help again. This is like the temperature of the readings today, empowering each other to do the things that are energetically necessary, rather than feeling the sense of having to energetically depend on one another, is what I keep on saying. So make sure that you're having those fortifying conversations with another person. Make sure that you're articulating upon, like, what you're effectively trying to do. And I'd say most importantly, make sure that you're not matching another person's energy in relationality to something that they're trying to project upon you. And I keep on saying never do we know that another person's projecting more than when they say you're just like that person. You're not like anybody, right? Like the space by which another person says you're just like them, being like, no, that is you projecting. Right. And often it's very interesting that when someone says you're just like them, it's like, I'm not, but it seems like you want to find someone to be that replacement in your life because of the space by which you're identifying and recognizing the fact that even in the space of you comparing us, you're already seeing us in that same similar vibration. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you, as when I keep on hearing make sure that you're not stepping into the space of another person's like trauma scenario, is what I keep on hearing, which is not letting them kind of like replay some kind of past experience by casting you in the role of the person that energetically hurt them, is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And if this message, Danae, if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, Binks in my Lio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Hi there, Kay. Slept through the collective. It's okay, dear. It's so good to see you. Oh, we are well. And thank you for confirmation on the reading, Creative. The one time I used hold on a minute. I got you. The 1 card for subscribers. I needed a win, Sin. Just one. I got you, Bridget. All right, 1 second. The one time I used my voice to text to type my comment and I didn't hear that she was here. No problem, Haley. Whenever I do, my comment gets filtered. Oh, that's fascinating. So interesting. Okay. You're so welcome, Creative. That reading was plus. Thank you. Someone's cards are already out. That's what's wild, because we don't have another reading coming through. But that's the thing about it. I almost feel like it's a continuation of Danae's reading, which is like, I feel like it has to do with someone like, I keep wondering, never are we more caught in the past than when someone says you're just like them, being like, you're not, I keep wondering, you're not like anybody. Don't let someone energetically project that upon you, is what I keep on seeing. All right, let's continue right now. So if anybody else wants to get on the list right now, you'll be the next person read for. In the meantime, we're going to get started on 1 card readings for subscribers. If you are a subscriber, go ahead and put your question in the comments. If you'd like to become a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And if you would like an animal spirit guide card on top of your 1 card reading, make sure that you're recharging your heart knees. I got you, Haley. 2 cards, highest priority. One of them is transverse. Wow, double 8s. You're not defined by your past if you wouldn't make the same choices. I feel like there's a lot of this work that's happening for you in this retrograde by means of I keep wondering the difference between making a choice. Like, I keep on hearing there's something strong in this reading that says, remember that entitled perspective is the space by which another person amplifies that you are making choices instead of running out of options, is what I keep on hearing. Never are we more an entitled perspective than when another person tries to identify something that we were doing as a choice as opposed to a need, is what I keep on hearing. Yeah, especially 9 of Pentacles in its reversal. Nobody can judge you. Right? And I keep on hearing, if someone comes into the space of trying to energetically judge you, You know, like I keep on hearing like you being like let that be your confirmation of why you don't why like let the fact that they're trying to judge you be the reason why they're no longer in your life. Is what I keep on hearing. Healthy energy does not cast judgment. Is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Haley. And I feel like even that, like again, so and I feel like it's almost like heavy because like the space by which another person, like it's often heartbreaking when you have that. Be like, I can't have you in my life because you're too judgmental, you know? Someone's judgmental like that, and then they're like, I wonder why I'm not like, why aren't we why I almost see situations of being like, why aren't we friends anymore? And someone being like, because you are like and you look at somebody and be like, because you can't throw your judgment around and then be shocked when energy gives you a wide berth, is what I keep on hearing. You know, like, oh, why aren't we connected by we used to be like, because I don't feel like being like, I don't feel like being judged all the time, is what I keep on hearing. Oh, sending you support, dear. Oh, yeah, double nines yesterday, Chrissy. Yep. Hold on a minute. Have a good day, Jacob. One card on the weekend for Bridget, please. Oh, just take the time for yourself. I feel like there's something about you coming into a space of easement or working through something. Um, it's interesting too because I almost feel like you getting back to someone or communicating or having a conversation. It's giving me catching up energy. You know, it's giving me a lot of that catch up energy. One card for general for Melly, please. King of Pentacles. So I feel like I feel like this is you having like this is you having a conversation with someone about some like this is almost like I feel like this is somebody coming towards you and being like, what are your experiences with this person? You know, like especially like yeah, especially with like the 8 of Cups in its reversal. Like it's giving me some kind of vibration of it's giving me some kind of vibration of someone like it's almost giving me the vibration of someone being like, you know what, you tried to I tried you tried to like, you know, it's I feel like there it almost feels like somebody wants to give you an apology because some kind of situation or circumstance where another person tried to I feel like you tried to tell somebody something and they were reactive and now that I can feel like they're getting it. Highest priority for Ella, please. Whoa, we got a lot of cards out, Ella. Um, it's so funny. I feel like there's somebody around you that feels like you don't have like I feel like it's almost someone who feels I keep on hearing the same message coming through. When we care about someone, we honor their energetic choices, which is the space by which we articulate and give someone the space that they need. I feel like I see somebody who's feeling very hard pressed right now. And so I almost feel like it's giving me a little bit of energy of someone who's like who needs some space, but I keep on seeing like I feel like there's almost like the vibration of saying to someone like you know, I keep on hearing you almost say to someone like, "Look, I'm not trying to be distant. I'm trying to give you the space that you need." You know, like almost saying to someone like just like that checking in energy and saying like, "Is there anything I can do to help? Or is there anything or any way I can do what is there something I can do to support you?" Is what I keep on hearing. You know? Like I feel like sometimes it's good to just say to someone like, "Look, I'm here in whatever capacity you need, even if that means you need space," is what I keep on hearing. Ava, one card on R, please. Somebody's having a moment. I keep on seeing somebody who's like still every time I see somebody, it's like it's giving me like a jaw drop. Like somebody I feel like there's somebody who had some kind of expectation that you were gonna always be there in some way. You know what I mean? It's interesting too because like Yeah, especially with death card in its reversal. Like, it's giving me a little bit of, like, woulda, coulda, shoulda energy, but that's what I mean when I read for something here. It's like, it's not about, um it's not like I keep on hearing, make sure someone's not giving you any kind of, like, imaginary ice cream moments now, which is somebody being like, "Oh, I'm sad to hear that because I was going to," you know what I mean? Like, the observation of them saying something and then taking it away as you're moving towards something that's for you. I keep on hearing, like, healthy energy doesn't do that. Healthy energy doesn't talk about what their intentions would have been if we didn't make an energetic choice. Chrissy, one card regarding connection. Yeah, especially with the Tower card in its reversal. I see somebody that's trying to work on making better choices. And I feel like I almost see somebody who's trying to come out of some like survival energy, which is like not building upon the future, but just trying to like navigate day to day is what I keep on hearing. Yeah, I keep on getting like survival energy is a trauma response because it's like feeling energetically overwhelmed in the moment instead of being able to like build into like building into the energetic future. So I feel like I almost see somebody that's trying to work to come out of survival mode, if that makes sense. Okay, one card on if they will reach out. Oh, you got a bunch of cards coming through on that. um I see somebody like going through it with someone right now, you know? I don't know if this is like someone who's like in a relationship and they become very isolated within it. You know, there's something I keep wondering, there's something energetically significant here. As it I feel like as it relates to um I feel like I think it's really interesting because I almost see some kind of circumstance or situation um where like somebody is like putting all of their energy in trying to like work through some kind of relationship with someone is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of this energy here. Like it almost it's like I feel like there's some kind of anxiety as it relates to making plans outside of partnership is what I keep on seeing. You know, like it's interesting. I feel like I keep on hearing like when they're on shore footing in partnership, they'll energetically reach out because I don't know why. I almost feel like there's some kind of jealous energy around them. Highest priority, please, for Erica. Yeah, especially we've got the hangman working on building into consistency is what I keep on seeing, um, identifying and recognizing what one is trying to be consistent upon. This is saying this is a good time for building healthy habits or new practices. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the moon card. You know, like I feel like there's a lot of that space by which you're doing a lot of work. Not, I see you another person like working not to harbor things, but address them as they come. One card for creative on love, please. You are not someone's mother. I mean, you might be, but again, you should not have to feel like you are another person's mother in partnership. And the space by which, and I keep on hearing the space by which, um, like the space by which we build healthy partnership is one that we hold each other preciously. We don't look for the comfortability point that another creates for us is what I keep on seeing. It's saying to me like there's something important about identifying and recognizing like the prioritization that we give each other instead of the expectation of looking for something that is like reliable. Yeah, especially with the Tower card, right? Like the Tower card in its reversal is talking a lot about that type of energy that like looks for the partnership that like is similar to like a parental situation, which is like, oh, just a space you can come and go as you please without prioritizing the energy within the space. I keep on hearing the only energy that gives that to us is a parent. Is what I keep on hearing. is a parent. So making sure that someone is being respectful of you and not feeling like the relationship creates an open door in the life that they have with you is what I keep on seeing. Whoop. All right. And thank you for getting on the list, Ava. We've got one more spot on the list today before the list will be closed. Yes, Nikki, I was looking for you yesterday. Highest priority. Remember, I feel like I see you and another person healing from some very old wounds. And I almost feel like I see somebody like navigating a situation where they haven't felt safe to be themselves. So I keep on seeing like the more that you're able to identify and help another person be safe to be themselves is like I keep on seeing like the ability to help another person say, I would never do that to you. Right? Like the talking about the past. We heal from the past not by assuming the past is going to occur, but in the reaffirmation of trusting each other that we wouldn't do that to one another is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, I see somebody around you that's like dealing with some very old wounds. And I feel like some very old wounds in relationality to something that's happening in the present with you versus another person trying to articulate that they were causing problems in their life. So make sure that you're reaffirming to someone that their presence in your life isn't a problem, that they're an energetic blessing, is what I keep on getting. Thank you so much, Nikki, for having that reading with me, and thank you for being a subscriber. You've been getting double numbers lately, too. Thank you, Haley, for confirmation. Yes, love that. You're welcome, Haley. My mother, thank you for confirmation. You're welcome, Kay. Cone off, totally mobile, unmobile. Absolutely. She went through a breakup. Thank you for confirming what I was reading, Kay. Thank you. And Josie, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see somebody reaching out soon or giving you the information upon it. I think there might be some weird block keywords. Oh, really? Good to know. I can double check that. Oh, wow. Really? That's wild. I hope the connection wasn't as messy as mine. Thank you for letting me know. No, absolutely. All right, let's continue right now. The next person we're reading for today is Ava. Ava, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And if anybody else would like to get on the list today, we've got one more spot today before the list will be closed. Also, friends, we're at 34K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 50K in no time. I see somebody going back and forth with someone on something right now. No, it's okay. And that's what I kept on hearing, like somebody who's on like good footing and partnership is what I keep on seeing. Like I keep on hearing like someone's got someone's like nervous system in haywire is what I was picking up. Divine counterpart, surprise, surprise. I love that. Thank you, Ava. And Rosa, your subscription is ending soon if you'd like to renew. Just bear with me a moment. All right, we are doing a reading for Ava. Oh, I didn't see your one card. Yeah, we're doing them now, dear. But I'm about to do a full reading. So once I finish the full reading, I'm happy to pull your one card. Okay, hold on a moment. And I'm going to pin up Ava here. Make sure to give Ava some love. Oh, it's on. Thank you for letting me know where. Just bear with me a moment, please. There we go. All right, there we are. I got you, Ava. Insight on divine counterpart connection. Okay. Is this outside tea, dear? I assume? I mean, you posted it there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Could I get insight on divine counterpart connection? Two cards in the connection, two cards and where they are on their journey right now. Absolutely. Important. Um, I keep on seeing somebody that is trying to break old habits. I just keep on seeing a circumstance or situation of someone who they have a big tendency of being very hard on themselves. And, you know, I keep on hearing someone say, I'm learning not to be so hard on myself. And I feel like there's something about them feeling like healing some kind of inner child wound in relationality to feeling like they're letting energy down is what I keep on seeing. Like this is some heavy stuff. Um, and I see like I feel like I almost see somebody who is learning how to talk through things, you know? And that's what I keep on hearing too. I almost keep on hearing someone say like, I keep on hearing someone say like, I have to be tough is what I keep on seeing. Like I almost see somebody saying like, I have to be tough. I have to be tough. And like somebody being like tough energy. I keep on hearing tough energy doesn't talk is what I keep on seeing. And this is what I see that they're effectively learning to heal from. They're learning how to talk about it instead of I keep on hearing like they're learning how to talk about it instead of imbibe upon it, which is the space by which they're just I feel like I keep on seeing somebody that's like coming into some kind of space of recovery and relationality to some kind of past experience where they used to drown their sorrows instead um instead of finding that ability or capacity to be able to articulate upon the fact that they have feelings. Um, I feel like there's something really significant and important in terms of like I keep on seeing like they're learning how to be vulnerable and they're learning that it's okay to be vulnerable. And I almost feel like, I almost feel them like trying also to heal some relationships right now. Um, I keep on hearing like they're healing some relationships and they're closing out some energetic cycles because I just keep on seeing I've got a lot of I'm sensing a lot of anger in someone in terms of like the demands or expectations that were placed upon them, and working to try to energetically resolve them. I've got two more cards coming up, so I'm going to read them here too. And I think what's beautiful about it is I keep on seeing I feel like this is some kind of energy that is recognized that they have a tendency of isolating that makes it impossible for them to build into healthy relationship because I keep on seeing some kind of like when I need to point this out when we have the wound that makes us feel that we're disappointing others, we often will leave situations because we feel the sense that another person is better off without us. So I feel like that's what I mean in terms of another person, like taking energetic accountability for the fact that I feel like there's been some experiences where they feel like I feel like they thought they were being stoic, but they recognize that they abandon energy is what I keep on seeing. the different, like I keep on hearing like they're healing from the space of thinking. I keep wondering it's not, I keep on hearing somebody say it's like it's not noble to walk away from something. It's just, it's like I almost feel like the energy is like going through the space of saying it's not noble, but it was actually them like experiencing the fact of them feeling afraid to be vulnerable, is what I keep on seeing. Like I keep on hearing someone say that they're learning that they can have their feelings hurt and still be okay through it. And I feel like there's a lot of that because I see somebody that I feel like I keep on hearing them say, I'm seeing somebody now. But what's funny about it is when they're saying I'm seeing somebody now, they're not telling me they're seeing somebody like who's in a relationship. I keep on hearing they're seeing somebody as in they're getting help with it. Is what I keep on hearing. Like there's no, I keep on hearing there's no harm in getting help with it, which is them. I told you like they're doing something that they used to think was silly, but now they're really understanding because I keep on hearing like it's somebody who's helping them feel okay with being in the space of being able to have their emotions come out and recognize that they can still be on the other side of it, is what I see. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, and this is them learning how to communicate effectively. I feel like they're learning. I keep on hearing like I feel like this is some energy. I feel like I keep on getting very warrior energy with someone. And I keep on hearing them say, I thought I was being stoic, but there's no stoicism in keeping my feelings to myself. That's the energy that says when I'm stoic and I keep my feelings to myself, I become impenetrable. Like I keep on hearing it's like I feel like they recognize or like being stoic is not impenetrable. Stoicism is being able to articulate upon feelings and still be on the other side of them, not in the space of not of pretending that one doesn't have them, is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And I feel like they're doing that specifically because they want to have a healthy relationship. I feel like there's something about them observing some kind of repetition of cycle that they're doing their best to try to resolve and heal. And it's like it says to me, it's like it's ancestral. I keep wondering, it's a big step, is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Ava. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We've got one more spot available today. If anyone would like to claim that spot, I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as it was reading. We're also at 38.4K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. And thank you, PY, for the sharing the live. I always appreciate when you guys share the live. I also struggle with that. And I feel like there's a lot of synchrony that I'm seeing between you and their journey. Thank you as well, Perception. Yes, thank you for the help, Alexandra. And Josie, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Sometimes you have to walk away. Some people say you can't walk away, but you can be used as, I don't like the idea as a trap, but I think that the important thing, we talk a lot about this here, Perception, is like when we walk away from things because we feel like we're doing what's best, everyone else experiences that as us abandoning them, right? Like that in itself is something that we have to resolve within ourselves. Cancers have a big tendency of doing that. Sages have a big tendency of doing that. Aries have a big tendency of doing that. Thank you as well, Ava. Hi there, Brandon. Oh no, they're definitely. That's why I said that. That's what's funny when I said in separate. Like they're definitely in separation. That's why I said when I heard them say I'm seeing someone. It's funny because they were like they corrected. They're like I'm seeing someone. No, I'm not seeing someone. I'm seeing someone. Like they're talking to someone about stuff. Yep. My ex did that a lot. Yeah, Cancer Moon, Sag Stellium. That'll do it. All right. Aries have a tendency, like again, I'm telling you, man, it's the Aries, it's the Sages and the Cancers. Like the space by which they'll try to say like I'm doing what's best for you, but understanding that that is usually the ego talking, because we don't move in violation to what another person articulates, and we don't make the energetic decisions for them, right? So the energy will often be like, like I'm doing this for like you're better off without me, is usually the energy that's like too afraid to be vulnerable and is moving away from something instead of being able to energetically face the full breadth of their feelings, you know? All right, I got you. Hold on. Back to Ruby for her one card. And if anybody else wants to get on the list right now, the list is open. We got one spot available before the list will be closed today. We do life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, and guided messages. Sending you support, Wushu. One card on guidance for the week. Take it as it comes, and don't take it personally. Take it as it comes and don't take it personally. Don't match energy. Be the energetic force of change. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the Seven of Wands, just work to hold an energetic standard is what I keep on seeing. And I feel like, again, like I keep on hearing, don't let yourself get caught up in conversations that aren't going anywhere. Right? I keep on hearing, like, this is not productive. This is not productive is a powerful prayer. Past life, sending you support, Brandon. Sag Sun, Aries rising, Cancer moon. He was like, I'm out of here. He was like, wrong door. All right. There we go. Hold on a minute. That's what, yep. All right, Hannah, one card for the energy you're feeling today. It's this type of it's the Venus energy on top of the retro. I mean the Virgo energy on top of the retrograde. It feels very intense. It feels very judgy. Um, don't over internalize it. Do not over internalize this energy. Just recognize that this is the vibe right now. Just move through it. Don't react to it. Bottom of the deck. Oh, everybody, I got to give your animal spirit guide cards. You guys have to remind me if I'm not giving the animal spirit guide cards. Yeah, especially as it relates to partnership. All right, animal spirit guide card for you, Hannah, is the Wren, which is don't over internalize things. Be able to bring perspective to situations, not getting hypercritical about stuff. Hold on, I need to back up and get some one cards. Animal spirit guides. Kay, in relationality to that situation, the horse. I feel like I see somebody trying to get free of something. And I almost like I see somebody like trying to be in a healthy space in order to reach out is what I keep on seeing. You know, like it's giving me a little bit of that space of someone trying to do something on their own. Okay, and Ruby, your animal spirit guide card today is, yeah, the owl, right? Observe, don't absorb. You know, don't match energy, just observe it. Okay. It's okay, don't eat an animal. Brandon, these are one card readings for subscribers. So if you'd like to become a subscriber, I'm happy to pull a card for you. Same thing, Tess. Ella, I got your animal spirit guide card here. Yeah, the boar, right? Just being energetically patient. It's very much in alignment with what we said, which is like, I'm just the reaffirmation of saying, if you need anything, know that I'm here, even in the context of needing space. You can hear, yeah, Strega snoring again. It's that time of day. And Bren, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Alexandra, one card, highest priority right now. Just be like, keep on hearing flow like water right now. Like your manifestation right now is to flow like water. Yeah, especially with the Emperor energy, right? Like I feel like your strength right now is flowing like water, especially particularly in relationality to like working in the context of what it is that you're trying to do in a better way. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, again, the goose energy, like the space of being like, okay, you know what I mean? Like you being like I keep on, it's interesting too, because I feel like it's like you going through something, but being very energetically positive on the other side of it, like something like working in the context of something that's happening for your benefit is what I keep on hearing. You're so welcome, Kay. Thank you. I saw the animal spirit lucky with the other card. Okay, excellent. Good to know, Ruby. All right, my friends, final call if anyone wants a full reading or if there's anyone who um, is a subscriber who would like a card pulled today. I heard don't go chasing waterfalls. I owed you an animal spirit card, Mickey. Yeah, the bee, right? It is. It's giving me, like, I keep on seeing, I want you to imagine that someone has never met anyone like you before, right? Like, I keep on hearing, like, in the space by which you're feeling hurt by another person's actions, I want you to entertain the possibility that they've never met someone like you before. If that makes, like, I think you know what I mean, right? I love that. Absolutely. Yes, lots of that upcoming and happening, kind of intimidating. I know. Don't be, I feel like don't be intimidated by it. I feel like it's the space by which you understand that that is your greatest gift. Yes, Brandon, you did sub. Congratulations. Keep it light. Yeah, keep it light. I keep on hearing like keep it lighthearted. Like again, like doing things with an energetic smile on your face is what I keep on seeing. I mean, like there is some, I mean, I have to honestly, I have to confirm upon that too. Like what Ruby's saying to you, Kay, in relationality to someone like going through a lot right now, like it might be a good thing to be able to energetically, like I keep on seeing, like just like it does. I keep on hearing it's not pressure to say, I was just thinking about you. Hope you're well, you know? And Brandon, could you let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? Rihanna, are you still here, dear? Also looking for Rihanna. General for Brandon, please. One card. Got two cards coming out. Don't you dare take anything personally during this retrograde period. Do not assume another person's intentions. Do not get energetically triggered. Do not match energy. Do not match energy. Okay? We are going through a very intense retrograde period and we've got a full moon coming up. Work in the context of navigating, be the energetic force of change right now. Don't let yourself be provoked. And especially, I keep on hearing, like, especially if it feels like, especially, I keep on hearing, remember compassion, like, especially understanding compassion is the ability to articulate upon why something bothers us. So don't, I keep on hearing, don't entertain another person's passive aggressiveness. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Six of pentacles and it's upright, right? Like you can I keep on hearing you can turn the other cheek and keep walking is what I keep on seeing, right? The observation or recognition of seeing something that disappoints you. Don't match energy, just let it reaffirm your own energetic commitment to your standards. All right, none of this chicken energy in this type of energy right now, okay? um did Brandon do a heart me? Do they get an animal spirit? Do you get an animal spirit guide card? I just want to see. Okay. And just remember, for those who become subscribers, sending a heart me will also entitle you to a animal spirit guide card. Okay. Don't get all, listen. Don't get pokey in this type of energy. Okay. These readings are resonating today. Oh, thank you, Rihanna. Rihanna, you said you wanted an angelic guidance card. Is that the same, dear? Do you still want that? We are a fun community. Nice to have you. Also, for those who became subscribers today, you now have access to our Disco channel. And there you can find, you can welcome yourself, and also you'll find a discount to our tarot class subscription program. Don't be frustrated upon things right now. Things can go on. Things are happening under the surface that you might be able to see. Don't give up. Like, listen, don't give up on something during the retrograde. Just be energetically patient is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially especially working through something and defining what you're trying to do in a better fashion. I feel like a lot of this energy right now, I got to tell you, it's like there's an amplification occurring right now. So I keep wondering if you're walking away from something that's been bothering you for a long time, then it's okay to activate with that type of thing. What you want to avoid is feeling energetically triggered in a moment and moving and like working away from something that you've been trying to do for a long time. So don't let yourself. I keep wondering, don't let yourself be reactive in this type of energy. Be intentional, right? Like allow that intention to guide you forward. Thank you so much, Rihanna. Don't get pokey out in the streets, not in this energy. Exactly. That's what I mean. Not in this energy, man. It is. It's very prickly energy. It's very prickly energy. And again, especially like let it fortify your direction, right? If you feel energetic prickles, let it disappoint you, but fortify your own energetic direction. Thank you so much. All right, friends, final call right now for any of my subscribers who have not had a card pulled. My Aries, I know, I know. Well, again, for those with Aries placements right now, it can, it's like it's working through something, but I keep on seeing for like those Aries placements, it's just not getting reactive, you know? Like it's giving a lot of that like inside, it's giving a lot of that like inside voice, you know? Thank you so much for that beautiful gift, dear. Thank you, Nikki. Carrie, general, please. Page of Cups. You're allowed to take breaks. It's okay to take some time for yourself, is what I keep on seeing. Yeah, especially I can see you literally giving others this advice but not taking it. Like you can't give me you can't like I can see you being like everybody deserves some time to themselves except me, right? Like it no, you're included in that, right? You are also allowed to take some time for yourself is what I keep on seeing. Animal spirit guide, yeah, the boar energy, right? Like you can also carve out some time for yourself to be able to have a little bit of easement is what I keep on seeing. I keep wondering, it's not discretionary, it's necessary. It's not separate from your work, it's part and parcel of it. And MP, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. It's prickly out there, exactly. All right, friends. Final call right now for anyone who is a subscriber who has not had a card pulled today. If you became a subscriber today, welcome. I would like to encourage you to head over to our subscriber-only Discord channel and introduce yourself to the collective. You will also find in the perk section a special coupon code that will give you a discount to our tarot class subscription program. Our next class will be held on Wednesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. I got you, Lisa, on relationship with them. You got to be patient. They've gone through a lot of wounds. They had a lot of wounds in relationality to past relationship. I see someone who's very they're very, very conscientious as to who they allow next close to them because they've been really hurt by energy that took their vulnerability, took advantage of their vulnerability is what I keep on seeing. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the bee, I almost see somebody trying to articulate to you and saying, I didn't, I was like, I keep on, and it's interesting, it's similar to Nikki. When we're so used to what we expect, it's hard to recognize exceptional energy, which is the space by which another person says, I never expected to meet someone like you. Like you've changed my perspective on things. Brandon, thank you. Happy to be a part of the collective. Oh, excellent. Wonderful. And thank you so much. And thank you for encouraging everyone to tap, my friends. All right, my friends, as I mentioned, we've reached the conclusion of our reads today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. As I mentioned, if you just became a subscriber, make sure that you head over to our subscriber-only Discord channel and introduce yourself to the collective. I will be off the next couple of days. I'll be back on Monday. If you would like to be notified as to when I've gone live, you can head over to my profile. There's a little bell there. Activating the bell will turn on notifications. You can also head over to our subscriber. You can also make sure to register directly for the event tomorrow, the event as well, because sometimes the app doesn't push out when I've gone live. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. Huge thank you to my followers, old and new. Thank you for being here and receiving these messages. Huge thank you to my subscribers. Your ongoing support means the absolute world to me. And the biggest thank you to my mods. Thank you so much for all of your help today, Kay Megan. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Please take care of yourself. Please take care of one another. And we will do this again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.